2, okay? It's very laminar. It's very laminar. Tom, you're going to have to move out of position there just for a second to get out of that line of fence and the trees right there. But there it is, tornado. This is going to be on the ground. This is going to be east of Elmore City. All right, east of Elmore City, down in southern Oklahoma, coming into far southern and southwestern Garvin County. All right, this is going to be Garvin County down south. Tom's going to quickly turn the car around, get in position, look off to his south here, and we got to keep Tom moving as well. This thing's going to be moving east at about 30 miles per hour. Tom, turn your camera back towards the tornado if you can. And let's go back to radar control room. There we go, Storm Shield 9. This is a supercell. The hook's right here. This is the tornado, all right? And this is Garvin County, all right? And it's going to head east. You folks enjoy. You folks enjoy up to Wynnewood. Pauls Valley, you're out of it as far as the tornado threat, all right? Pauls Valley, you are out of it. Tornado threat is west of Joy. Tornado continues on the ground, all right? We're getting Tom's shot back up, and that's it right there. Now, let's drop this track farther south, guys. Okay, let's drop it. Yeah, let's bring it south. Okay, so Wynnewood at 425. Wynnewood, 425. Joy, 427. What's Tom? Tom still see the tornado? Roff at 456.
I can't see the tornado at the moment. We're taking a turn here. There's a lot of trees and hills. I currently have golf ball size hail falling at my location.
How big's your hail? Okay, golf ball size hail.
The tornado is still on the ground.
Okay. Hey, Tom, turn your camera towards the tornado when you get a second. Okay, so here's the supercell. This is going to be a tornado warning for far southern Garvin County, Pauls Valley. You're out of it. You are out of the tornado warning, okay? It's not going to hit you. It's going to stay to your south, it looks like right now, unless it makes a big turn, all right? Unless it makes a big turn. But right now, it's moving almost due east. It's headed towards Joy. And right now, if I live in Davis, I'm getting my family and I'm going to the safe spot just to be safe, all right? If I live in Davis or Joy, okay, let's go to Storm Shield if we can. Here. Let's go back to it here. Let's go back to Storm Shield control room. And there it is. Look at the velocity. This is what we call the couplet. This is the wind moving away and towards the radar. All right? And this is where the tornado is. It's right here. So here's Elmore City. Let's stop the laps just for a second. Elmore City. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 miles southeast of Elmore City. All right, there's the highway to the north, okay? Highway, Highway 29, excuse me, Highway 29.
It's
Tom's
right near
going to drop south.
Just near the community of Katy.
Okay, Katy. We don't have, oh, there it is.
I put it on there,
okay,
there you go.
There we go, Katy.
There we go, the tornado's still on the ground.
Okay, all right, there's Tom's shot again. And there's a tornado. It's been a multiple vortex tornado. And wow, look at this, folks. Look at the vortices. Look at the vortices with that. This is going to be a dangerous tornado. This is a multiple vortex tornado. And look at the vortices. You can see the main cone, okay? That's the main area of low pressure, but the whole area is low pressure. So inside that, you get these sub-vortices that will rotate around like a merry-go-round. All right, here we go. And they rotate around the main cone. And what happens is sometimes those main little small vortices become the main tornado, and then condensate or cloud will fill in around the entire tornado. Okay, and then we have a larger tornado on our hands. But tornado continues there. Tom, keep driving. Keep driving. Keep driving south on this, okay? Drive south another mile and then go east. All right, there you go. Wow, it's really getting larger for sure. Multiple vortex tornado. That tornado is, if it hits something, it's going to do damage. Okay, yes. Let's get Jim. Yes, absolutely. Okay, what are we looking at? 90?
That's a 90. And a 35, David.
Okay, 90, so 125 mile per hour shear. A little bit stronger there.
Yep.
So we got 90, we got 30, so we're 120, 95, 130, 140. Headed towards or just south of Pauls Valley. Bobby Payne's right there. Let's take a look at Bobby's shot. I see it. Okay, and Tom and Rob are right here. Make sure we get Bobby south. Let's get Bobby south on it. I want him to see it too. Tom and Rob, let's take their shot. Let's go back to that. And once again, then we'll come back and do a storm track on it. They're getting back into location.
They're saying it is still multiple vortex.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Look at this shot. He's going to get out of the trees here. And I'll tell you what, until he does, hang on, he's going to clear the trees. Okay, all right, get out of the trees. Your shot's frozen. Get out of the, okay, there it is. Here's the tornado. Multiple vortex tornado. This is down in Garvin County. Once again, near Elmore City. Let's come back to Storm Shield. And I want to point out, here in Oklahoma City, we have nothing like that going on. We have a couple of storms moving through Edmond right now. They're not severe, and other severe storms in northern Oklahoma, but nothing crazy, okay? Another storm coming into Moore and Norman with some small hail with... Tom, you're going to have to keep... You're looking off to your south-southeast, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. There you go. That's going to be at least an EF2. That's about 1/8 of a mile wide. All right. That's at least a couple of 100 yards wide. And this has been a multiple vortex tornado. So tornado warning continues for southern Garvin County. For southern Garvin County. And this is the only tornadic storm in the state. And right now, this tornado is getting stronger.
And David, it's approaching I-35. It's about 6 miles to the west of I-35. If it crosses I-35, it will be mile marker 60. Mile marker 60.
Mile marker 60. So give or take. All right, so give or take. North, so 55 to 65. So 55 to 65. Mile marker 55 to 65. OHP at this point, I'm just telling you, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 miles west of I-35. We need to close down I-35. I-35 needs to be shut down, okay? If it holds together, it's going to cross I-35. And we've got 130-mile-per-hour shear, and you saw the tornado. Let's go back to Tom's shot, and there it is. It's moving almost due east. Joy, you're in the line of fire, or at least very near Joy. There's the tornado. Folks, that's a large tornado. That's at least an EF2, if not an EF3 now. That's at least an EF2 tornado. That would do EF2 damage, okay?
It'll be in Joy at 4:30.
Okay.
So about 15 minutes.
All right, let's go back. Let's go back to Pathfinder here. Big tornado, EF2 minimum, possibly an EF3 tornado in southern Garvin County. Moving east, it's headed towards Joy. Here's your timeline. Wynnewood, 428. Joy, 430. And if you know anybody that lives down here and you think they're just unplugged, they're outside working, they're taking a nap or whatever, you need to get a hold of them. And you need to call them, wake them up, let them know what's coming their way, okay? Joy, 430. I'm concerned for Joy right now. This thing needs to lift, and it certainly could. But right now, it is not lifting. It is still on the ground. All right, we need to adjust Tom and Rob's shot. Okay, Ouachita, 430. Chigley at 437. Iona, 443. Oak Grove, 450. Hickory, 501. Roff, 504. Fitzhugh, 512. Lawrence at 517. And Hardin City at about 531. All right, so tornado continues on the ground right there, moving once again due east. Here's Roff. Now, this thing could occlude, and it could lift a little bit to the north and come into Joy. Right now, it's about 5 miles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 miles west of I-35. Let's go back to Tom's shot control room. And, again, this is the only tornadic storm we have in the state. Here's Tom's shot, and he'll get out of the trees here. Tornado's moving east right now, guys, at 15 miles an hour.
Very slow.
Okay, Tom.
Big tornado.
Okay, hang on. You're going to come out of the trees. Tom, you hear Tom, right?
It's approaching Meridian Road on an Old Mill Road.
Okay.
There you go. There you see it.
EF2, possibly a lower end EF3. I'm guesstimating.
Bobby can see it as well.
Okay. All right, we'll take Bobby's shot here coming up. Look at the debris, folks. This is going to be what we call a violent tornado. This is a strong tornado, okay? This is a large tornado on the ground, and if it hits your house, it will do severe damage. All right, this is going to be at least an EF2, if possibly not an EF3. Look at the debris shroud on the ground. All right, and notice how everything is going up. There's not a whole lot that's going up and out, okay? Everything's being pulled north. Big tornado now in southern Garvin County. Tornado continues on the ground. Let's go to Bobby Payne. Let's take Bobby Payne's shot. He's a little farther north and east. Bobby, there's the tornado from your view, and you're just north and east of that, about 7, 8 miles, it looks like, looking back to the southwest. Go ahead and give us an update quickly.
That's right, David. I'm looking back to the southwest. I'm headed south now to 29. Got a very large cone tornado, very well defined with the debris cloud all the way to the ground. Condensation tunnels all the way to the ground. Very large tornado. And it almost looks like I'm in trees and hills right now, but there may be another tornado trying to develop to the north of it. But I'm in hills and trees right now trying to get south as quickly as I can. Back to you, David.
Oh, boy. Here we go. All right. Great job, Bobby Payne. Tom, let's get back to you real quick. Look at the tornado. Tom, it looks to me like there's a lot of motion in there. There's a lot of lift. See the rippling going on the side of the tornado? See the lift? Tom, can I hear the tornado? Do I hear something? Tom?
Yeah, it's still a strong, violent tornado.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's maintained here for the last few minutes, and it doesn't look like it's any close to weakening.
No, not at all. Tom, that
big debris cloud on the ground.
Yeah, big debris cloud, and this thing is snaking. It's not just doing a straight line. The way it's bowing like that. Hey, Tom, zoom in on your tornado for me. Zoom into the base of that tornado. Watch this shot, folks. Watch this. Tilt down. Tilt down. Let's zoom in. Look at the motion on the front side of the tornado. It's all lifting. Tom, zoom in a little bit closer on the front wall. Okay, look, it stopped. It's digging a hole right now. This is what you don't like to see because you don't want it to see it at all. But when it stops, it does more damage. Okay, it makes sense. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the motion in that, at least in EF2. It might have weakened slightly, possibly, but I don't know. It's still a very intense tornado now. Tom, incredible shot there. Incredible shot. Tornado live on News 9. Tom Pastrano, Bobby Payne, looking right at it. And, wow, we sure hope that nobody's out ahead of this thing. Okay, let's come back to Storm Shield 9. Control room, leave his shot up in the corner. Control room, if we can do that. Here's the couplet. Tornado's right here. And there it is. There's the tornado. That is that. Okay, let's go to shear rate. I want to see what shear rate looks like here. There it is. And some days this is bright. This is why you have to know what you're doing when you're looking at the radar as far as the shear rate products and the velocity data. Shear rate is not off the charts, right? That tornado is substantial. Now, shear rate showing, yeah, there's turning going on, okay, but you have to know the environment that this is in, and the shear, the spinning in the atmosphere is a lot more, is really, really a lot higher in this part of the state. Okay, so there's the tornado. There it is on the ground. Okay, let's leave Storm Shield, and let's go to Pathfinder 9. Hey, Tom, turn your camera to the left, okay? Turn your camera to the left. The tornado's about out of your shot. There you go. Okay, there it is. There's Roff. It's still headed towards Roff. And Roff at 505. It's 420 right now. What's your speed, guys?
I got it at 30.
You got it at 30? Okay, it has slowed down, but we've got it moving east at 30. And I think we need to move that a little farther east on the storm track, just a hair, okay? Just put it a little bit farther east. Okay. All right, so Joy, there we go. Joy 429. 429 in Joy.
Okay.
All right, that's 9 minutes. 9 minutes in Joy. All right, and 5 o'clock in Roff and Dolberg at about 4:55. So large tornado continues on the ground. Tornado warning continues for far southeastern Garvin County. Wynnewood, like I said, you're out of the line of fire as far as the tornado. And you have some hail to your south, big hail, and this is a big-time supercell going on down here. Nothing else is a concern. Here in Oklahoma City, we have a thunderstorm moving through, but nothing crazy, nothing like this, nothing spinning like this.
And David, just to repeat, it's now 3 miles to the west of I-35. If it crosses I-35, it'll be near mile marker 60. So if folks are listening to us on the radio, driving on I-35, if you're getting anywhere near mile marker 60, you need to get off the interstate.
Yeah, do we know if OHP has shut down I-35?
Haven't heard.
We don't know. Okay, they need to, and need to do it now. There's going to be people caught in the middle of that, okay? People that are caught in the middle. Luckily, it's pretty visible. We can see it, all right? Tom and Rob shot. Tom, when you guys get situated, let us know. What do you see, Tom? Is it still on the ground?
Yeah, it's still on the ground.
There it is.
Oh, wow.
Okay, let's go back to Tom and Rob shot. Joy, you have to go to your safe spot. You have to go now. You've got about 10 minutes or less. Enjoy, okay? I can't say it enough. Tom, turn the shot. There it is. There's the tornado headed towards Joy. We hope it lifts. We pray that it lifts. We pray that it goes away. But right now, this tornado is still on the ground in far southern Garvin County.
David, they shut down I-35 between mile marker 59 and mile marker 64 because of that.
There you go. Because of that. That is now, how many miles? Let's go back. Well, Tom, give us an update on that. Give us a quick update. Go ahead, Tom. Tom Pastrano. Okay, we've lost Tom. We know he's still there. He's getting his shot repositioned, okay? He's getting his shot repositioned. And we need to get Bobby Payne moving. I know Bobby Payne needs to be moving, not sitting. He's too far away. He's got to get closer. We got to get him closer. We've got to get him down towards Joy. All right? Tom and Rob, let's look at their shot again. And when they get their shot stationary, there it is. Let's go back to Tom and Rob's shot. Tom, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can, David.
Okay, get your shot on the tornado, okay? Let's take a look at it here. Let's see what it looks like. What does it look like to you visually? Give us an update.
Okay, right now the tornado is still the same size, but it looks really intense. There's a huge debris cloud underneath the tornado, and it's still moving pretty slowly. You know, it hasn't really moved too much here in the last few minutes. So we're going to go south and then go east. The roads down here are pretty bad. So
yeah, I know. And you're in a bad spot, so be careful. Stay up with it. Keep going east with it. Let's go to Bobby Payne's shot. This is Bobby. Bobby, you're on. It's still to your southwest. It's coming right at you there, Bobby. That's going to be at least an EF2. Possibly it might have been or could have been an EF3. It's hard to say. Bobby, give us an update. And you are now, Bobby, you're east of I-35, looking back to the west. Give us an update. Go ahead, Bobby.
Alan also has
David, right, I'm on Highway 29 east of I-35 looking back to the southwest, and I've got a very violent tornado now just to my southwest. Very large debris cloud. I'm going to say, I'm going to agree, it's going to be at least probably an EF2 tornado. Very strong, violent winds right there at the surface, as well as the mesocyclone, the rotation all the way up to the base of the storm is rotating at high speed velocity. So this looks like it's going to be a very long track tornado, very large tornado continuing now. And it looks like it may be trying to become more like a stovepipe-shaped tornado, and that's when it's basically a very cylinder shape from the base of the storm all the way to the ground. A lot of debris now, like a debris shield now starting to develop right around the sides of the tornado. So right now I'm going to continue to watch this. I may have to move just a little bit east. It does look like it is moving, probably about 25, 30 miles per hour. So it's going to be just my southwest now. It is still moving east-northeast, is that correct? Because it's not really moving too much to my left. It looks like it's coming more towards my location.
Yeah, if anything, yeah, I was looking at it too, Bobby, as you're looking to hear it. I'm trying to gauge it here. It looks like it might be, almost coming. It's almost moving due east, Bobby. It looks like it's beginning to weaken a little bit, right?
Tom and Rob have a closer shot.
Okay.
Yeah, just now it became more of just a real small cone.
Yeah,
but
it looks like
there's still a very large debris field on the ground and around the tornado.
Okay. Okay. All right. Hang with it, Bobby. You're in a great spot. You're in a safe spot. I want you to be safe. And let's go back to Tom and Rob's shot. That's theirs, and you can see the tornado. Look at the debris shroud around this whole thing. This is everything that it's been going over. We hope that it hasn't hit any homes or farmhouses or anything out there, but this is all the debris that it's been picking up. It is still on the ground, clearly still on the ground. But again, right now we're looking at it's at least 200 to 300 yards wide, and it's been an EF2 and maybe a little bit stronger, maybe a low-end EF3. Let's go to Tom. Tom, you're on the air. You're on the Gettner. Go ahead. Give us an update. Is it weakening? Is it kind of weakened and it's kind of re-intensified right now?
Yeah, it looked like it was weakening there for just a few seconds. Actually, even right as we speak, it's kind of getting smaller. It's not as intense as it was just a few minutes ago, but it still is on the ground, and it still has a large debris cloud underneath. Yeah, as you can see, it's still on the ground, but it's just not as big as it was.
Okay. Okay. All right. Stay with it. Okay, let's control room. Look at that shot there. Look at the motion, folks. Look at the motion around this tornado. Look at the large wall cloud. Tornado clearly on the ground. This has been a long track south. And let's take a look at it here. Another thunderstorm south of Tecumseh. Right here. Not tornadic, not severe, but we're watching another one west of Wynnewood. Big storm of the day so far is down here. Supercell tornado continues, and it looks like it might have lifted. It might have lifted. It was roping out. And it's now coming into Joy. Let's go to velocity data. We were saying Joy, Joy, Joy. And here's why. It's now crossing I-35. Circulation is crossing I-35 right over Joy. All right? So now if you live east of Joy, all right, Bobby Payne's north of it. I can see Bobby Payne's shot. There's Bobby. There's Joy. Circulation now is east of I-35. Go ahead,
It's crossing the Washita River, approaching 77 between Wynnewood and Joy.
Pardon me. My bad. 77. I-35. Yes. It's crossing 77. Thank you, Lacey. There you go. There's Wynnewood. It's now over Joy. All right, there's Bobby. And there's the area of circulation now, right over Joy. All right, let's go to Bobby Payne. And let's take his shot. Then we'll go to Tom. Bobby Payne's right here. He's looking south. Bobby's circulation just on the left-hand part of your TV screen, it looks like. Looks like it's lifted for now. It looks like it is not on the ground. Give us an update.
David, it has lifted right now, but there's still very intense rotation now just to my southwest. And I'm also starting to get very large hail at my location. I would say it's a golf ball, maybe a little bit larger than golf ball. Wall cloud is still to my southwest with strong rotation. I wouldn't be surprised if this puts down another tornado probably in just a few minutes. Back to you, David.
Bobby Payne down south. And again, Bobby's on the north side of the circulation. Let's go to real close to the circulation. Tom is on the west side, and Tom's run into some bad roads. So we're going to have to get Tom in a different place. And there's Tom's shot.
Tom sees a house that's been destroyed. You can go to Tom.
Okay, Tom, give us an update on the house. Give us an update on the house. The tornado has lifted. Give us an update, Tom.
Yeah, it looks like there's a house that's been destroyed here.
Okay.
I'm trying to get some information, but it doesn't look good. It looks like it's completely leveled.
There you go. Okay, Tom, we hope they weren't home. They hope if they were home, they were in a safe spot, lowest level, center part of the house. But that house has been hit. You can see some of the tree damage. Look at the house, folks. Look at the house. That's going to be at least EF2 damage. That's going to be at least EF2 damage. That's exactly what we don't want to see right there. That's what that tornado's done. It just mowed through there about 5 minutes ago. All right? It just mowed through there. Okay, about 10 minutes ago. That's our problem right now. Tom, we got to get Tom out of there. We got a lot of people here showing up to help these people if they were even home. And, boy, that's not good. Okay, Tom, turn your camera down. There you go. We have people helping them out. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. That's what we like to see. Oklahomans helping Oklahomans. That's what we do. That's what it's all about, right? Okay. All right. So that's we know we have at least one house gone. If not, hopefully we don't have any more. But we have one house that's been hit heavy. It's been heavy damage. It's gone. It's gone.
It's starting to ramp back up on velocities as it's crossing southeast of Joy.
Yep. Bobby Payne is getting closer. We need to get Tom and Rob out of there if they can get back out. Hey, Justin, we need to get Tom and Rob out of there. We need to get Tom and Rob out. I know the roads are bad. They need to get east and drop south. Okay. All right, Bobby Payne. Bobby Payne, tornado now. Is it on the ground? Give us an update.
David, right now I can still look back to the southwest as I'm driving to the east, and I do not see the tornado on the ground. I am in some hills and trees, but I'm still trying to look back to the southwest, and I'm not seeing the tornado on the ground at this time.
Okay.
I'm trying to get a little bit further to the east, and I'm going to drop south. Back to you, David.
Okay, Bobby, the second you see it start to produce another tornado or begin to produce a funnel, just jump in, okay? Jump in. Let's go to Jim Gardner and look at the path from Jim Gardner. Let's take Jim Gardner's shot of the damage. And, Jim, look at the trees. Look at the trees right here. Oh, boy, a lot of cattle. A lot of cattle in your shot. I hope they weren't there, Jim. Look at the trees toppled over. Jim, you are back in behind the damage. Look at there, folks. Look at that. We don't know where that came from. Jim, give us an update on some of the damage you're looking at right there. Go ahead.
Yeah, David, right now we're just rolling up here. I'll be able to give you a better location, but this is going to be about where it started here. But we came up on this barn. You can see the semi-trucks rolled over. It had ripped the north face of this barn off, and and then you can see the trees. You showed the trees, and I'm looking down. Well, actually, David, I'm looking down southwest, and it has mowed the trees down from where this barn is to the southwest. It has come across and just absolutely flattened the trees here. Let's go out swing to the front. Swing to the front. Come back a little more. Come back a little more. Right in there. Right. Okay. We're going to roll up on this house. It looks like this house
right here. Here's the
has
path.
Been completely destroyed, David. There's homes right through here that are completely destroyed. That may have been a mobile home right there. You can see the frame. It is gone. As we keep going up here, you can see debris laying all through here. All the trees are just mowed down. Right now, I'm going to be coming up to this location right here, David. It's completely wiped out. It's completely gone here, and I'm trying to get my GPS. It's locked up for some reason here, trying to find out exactly what road this is on.
Wow, look at that.
But anyway.
Look at that house, folks.
Okay, it looks like I'm over east 1690 road right here. Oh, man. It looks like people are out, they're out walking around, but it is completely destroyed.
He's just
right here.
southeast
I'm looking further southwest. I don't see too much from the southwest from this road right here, David. Let me give you another. Let me give you another location here.
Okay. Look at the damage path, folks. It's at least a quarter of a mile wide, at least an EF2. All right. Tree damage says EF2, if not an EF3. Tornado down in Garvin County. All right, Jim, stay with
David,
it.
this is going to be an Elmore City address, but this is going to be East 1690 Road.
Okay.
Here, East 1690 Road is what this is.
Okay. All right, Jim, that's horrible damage. EF2, possibly EF3. Jim, stay with it. I know you're trying to get yourself back around here. Look at that place. That's gone. That looks like a mobile home. That looks like a mobile home. That was hit there.
And David, I'm just watching the circulation while you're showing that. Folks that are in the live on the north side of Sulphur, they need to be in their safe spot as well as this thing starts to ramp back up just a little bit.
Yeah, let's go back. Let's go back to radar, okay? The damage, you can see what it's done. EF2, borderline EF3. This now is becoming stronger, and there it is. Okay, so this is where the tornado is. If it's going to redevelop, and it looks like it's sure going to try, here's Sulphur. If you live in Sulphur, all right, you need to be in your safe spot right now. And especially if you live 1, 2, 3 miles north of Sulphur. But Sulphur, don't take a chance. Don't risk it. It's not worth it. It's not worth dying for, as this tornado is redeveloping to your northwest, and it's going to go almost due east. Okay? So right now the tornado is 1, 2, 3, 4, let's say 3 miles north, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 miles west of Sulphur. That's where the tornado is. Does anybody have anything else?
Okay, David, we need to go back up to the north, to the metro now. We've got a couple of more storms up here.
Yeah, let's go back
to
on
check
storm
on.
shield.
Vaughn's seen some rising scud with one of his storms, and the storm that moved through Norman now to the east side's intensifying just a little bit.
Yep, I see his shot. Let's zoom into this. Let's talk about this storm right here. That's where Vaughn is, and Vaughn's right here. This is going to come into Midwest City and Del City. Okay, it is rotating. I'll say that. There is a hook beginning to develop here. Vaughn is looking right at it. And that's Vaughn's shot there, and Vaughn's right here. This is going to go right over Midwest City, Del City, Hara, Choctaw. It's going to go right over you from the southwest.
And the storm that's over Lake Thunderbird, they're about to issue a tornado warning for that storm.
Okay, they're going to issue a tornado warning now on that storm.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we're going to have to keep Vaughn on this. But we're going to have to get somebody south. All right. Let's be thinking about that. Okay. So they're going to issue a tornado warning now for the East Norman storm. This thing is beginning to spin faster and faster. Let's go to Vaughn. Let's take his shot. Vaughn Castor, you're live. Thunderstorm now to your southwest, coming into you right now. You see a lowering there. But Vaughn, we got to watch the storm to your south. You're going to be playing both storms. Give us an update on what you see. Go ahead.
Gotcha. This storm that just crossed over 240 is getting a lot better organized right now. A lot of rising scud in the last 5 minutes. And I'm starting to see some rotation with it, lower level rotation. So this one's got to be watched. But I'll continue to watch this one, and I'll see if I can get a shot at the one to my south, David. Back to you.
All right, great job there, Vaughn. And stay with it. It continues to intensify. That hook is getting stronger. That hook is getting a little bit larger. And you have to watch the storm to your south, Vaughn, okay? So don't commit just to one storm. We've got to keep you and also looking at that storm down near Lake Thunderbird, okay? And Lacey, let's go back north. Let's talk to our trackers and go back north for just a second here. Talk about the storm up in Edmond area. If you can, go ahead and take it, Lacey.
Okay, up in the Edmond area right now, zooming in a little bit closer. Val Castor on that storm. This storm did produce at least some P, if not quarter-size hail. We've seen some pictures on the north side of Edmond, now about to cross I-35. And Val's on that one. Not seeing a lot of circulation with this storm right now. Val, you've been watching that one, though, for the folks that do live in the Edmond area. Can you give us an update? Val Castor?
Yeah, go ahead, Lacey.
Can you give us an update on that storm as you've been following it, tracking down to the south?
Okay, yeah, right now we're on I-35. We're in the Edmond area. We just passed through the core. We're still going through part of the core right now, and it does have hail. We just had probably dime-size hail, maybe a few nickels mixed in. Right now it's not really well organized in terms of lowerings or wall clouds or anything like that, but it's getting stronger. And we're just going to keep watching it. Back to you, Lacey.
Okay, thanks so much, Val. So that storm, as he was saying, nothing too threatening with that. The storms that we're most concerned about are south of I-40. So the one moving into Midwest City, Vaughn is on, and the tornado warning is for the storm that's moving over Lake Thunderbird right now. That's the one that does have some circulation with it. Enough circulation that the tornado warning has been issued. And, David, that includes Pink, Little Axe, Etowah, and Tribby. Okay, all right, Vaughn. Hey, Vaughn, I know you can hear me. I want you to look at the storm to your south now. Tornado warning for that storm, okay? Tornado warning, Vaughn, for the storm south of you. Let's get south here. And this now has a tornado warning on it. Let's go to velocity data here. This is going to be for the Lake Thunderbird area. You folks in the Lake Thunderbird area, rotation is there. It's not that tight right now. It's definitely getting tighter. There it is. It's on the western. Let's zoom in here, Lacey. Let's zoom in. It's on the western finger of Lake Thunderbird, Alameda Drive and 72nd Street. That's where this tornado is going to be if it develops, all right? All right, let's get Vaughn south. I want Vaughn to get down south. And Justin, you getting Vaughn south? Let's make sure. Let's get him south here. Yep, circulation is going to be right in here. Right in here. That's the circulation. So here's the deal.
if you live in eastern Cleveland County, all right, this storm is going to be moving off to the east-northeast. You need to go to your safe spot right now. Lake Thunderbird, Little Axe, possible tornado, Alameda Drive, Von Caster's now coming in from the north. We'll see what this does. Von Caster coming in from the north now, and that's going to go right over Lake Thunderbird. The circulation is on the western finger of Lake Thunderbird, headed towards and going to parallel Alameda Drive and near the lake, okay? And then eventually Little Axe, Thunderbird Casino. Anybody east and northeast of this need to be thinking about going to that safe spot, all right? You need to go to that safe spot right now. If you live west of basically 60th Avenue, you're fine, all right? There's nothing to the west. It's right here. It's right here. This is where the tornado is going to be, okay? It's going to be crossing Lake Thunderbird. Crossing Lake Thunderbird. Okay, what is Tom and Rob? Is the tornado still on the ground down south?
Looking at velocity, David, it has really ramped up down south.
Okay, all right, so tornado warning for eastern Cleveland County. And let's look ahead. Let's look ahead. Pink, Twin Lakes, Shawnee. Pink, Twin Lakes, Shawnee, eastern Cleveland County, northwestern Pottawatomie County. You need to be watching this. Large hail, tennis ball, possibly baseball-size hail could develop out of this, and winds to 70 miles an hour. All right? Winds to 70 miles an hour. Is the tornado still on the ground with Tom? Do they still have it? Does Bobby Payne still have the tornado?
They're in trees right now.
Right now, they can't see it, no.
Okay. All right, so
Doesn't mean it's not, they can't see that well.
I want to point out the storm coming into Earlsboro is not tornadic. It's not severe, all right? We're not concerned about this right now. We are concerned about the storm in eastern Cleveland County. Tornado warning continues for you. Norman, you're out of it, okay? You're out of it in Norman. East Norman, though, you're under the gun. All right, let's zoom on in here, Lace.
Okay.
Let's take a closer shot. Lake Thunderbird, possible tornado. It's going to be southwest of Lake Thunderbird, or relatively the southwestern sides of the lake now. Here's Imhoff. There's Highway 9. We're getting Vaughn south. Vaughn is coming to the south now from the north. And let's go to shear rate. Let's see if we've had an update on this. Let's see what we're doing here. Let's see if we've had an update. And a little bit stronger. It's right here. Area of circulation on top and just north of Alameda Drive. That's where the circulation is going to be. It's right in here. It's hanging back just a little bit, okay? All right, it's hanging back. All right, we've already had that one tornado on the ground in southern Oklahoma, long track tornado with a lot of damage down in Garvin County. A lot of damage down in Garvin County.
David, they are sounding the sirens in Norman, but just to stress, this is not including downtown Norman or anywhere near the OU campus.
No, OU campus, you're in the clear. Downtown Norman, you're in the clear. You're good. This is going to be, there's Lake Thunderbird. If you live anywhere near the lake, yeah, anywhere near the lake, there you go. We're having problems.
That's the TDWR.
Yep, here we go. It's back here. It's back here, Alameda Drive. All right, so it's, again, this is downtown Norman. This is Highway 9. There's 60th Avenue. There's 72nd Avenue. And the hook's right back in here. This is what we're talking about. Hail core developing now between Alameda and East Lindsay. And once again, moving off to the east-northeast. Okay, let's do a storm track on that. Let's do a storm track on that part of the storm. When you guys get it ready, just let me know. And there you go. Tornado's going to be developing right back in here. And it's going to move east-northeast, okay? It's going to move east-northeast. What's Vaughn? Vaughn's coming in on the north side still. Let's back out on Storm Shield here. Let's take another look, kind of get our bearings straight, point out what's going on. Vaughn is going to leave this one just briefly. Val's coming in from the north. Let's jump up here, guys. Val's going to come in. Who said debris falling out of the sky?
Tom, down south.
Okay. All right. Hank's coming in on this storm. We'll see what Hank gets out of this. Val is going to go east and get this storm that's going to come into Choctaw. Val Castor is going to go east, come into this storm, coming into Choctaw, and then Vaughn now is headed south. His GPS is updating. All right, so let's back out a little bit more. These are all supercells. They're all rotating thunderstorms running from northern into central into southern Oklahoma. We've had a prolific tornado producer in Garvin County. We've had a lot of damage. We've had homes destroyed. We've had at least an EF2 tornado on the ground, if not an EF3 tornado, at least an EF2. All right, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so tornado warnings continue for eastern Cleveland County, Norman proper, downtown Norman, the OU campus. You are not included in that. It is east of you. Even though your sirens are going off in Norman proper, you are not under the gun in Norman or the OU campus. All right? Let's zoom on in, guys. Let's take a closer look. Go ahead.
While you're focusing on that, I'll just tell you the center of circulation down south is about 4 miles to the northeast of Davis. So folks that are northeast of Davis, north of Sulphur, still need to be in their safe spot.
Let's go back to it. Let's go back. Let's go back. Bobby Payne, what's he looking at here? Let's get Bobby Payne on the get there. Bobby Payne, you're to the east of it, looking right back at it. You're in the slot now, and you're in the slot. Bobby, it sure looks like it's still on the ground. Tell us what you see. Go ahead.
David, right now I'm in a lot of heavy trees, but I'm looking back to the west, and it looks like I've got a very large loring, and it could possibly be a tornado on the ground. Again, I've got it basically on the horizon, just a massive amount of trees. So my visibility right now to be able to look back to the west is not very good. But I'm going to try to continue to find a place that's a little bit higher and out of the trees and try to get you a shot. Back to you, David.
All right. The second you see that tornado again, or you see that rotation, stop, because it could easily be on the ground. Okay.
David, I still have about 140 gates.
Yeah, it's on the ground. Bobby, it's got to be on the ground. Let's query some of this real quick. What did you say? 140?
Yeah. There's 90.
Yeah, 90. 40. Yeah, it's going to be on the ground, Bobby. If it's not, it's a tree hugger. Okay. If it's not, it's a tree hugger. To me, it looks like it's on the ground. Here's Sulphur, the tornado right now. It's going to pass north of you, but if you live north of Sulphur, 2, 3, 4 miles, you need to be in your safe spot, and you need to go there right now. Right now, if you live north of Sulphur. Strong area of circulation. Strong area of circulation. Von Caster coming in from the north on the Norman storm. Tom and Rob are on this. Bobby Payne's right here. That's the tornado right there. Look at the hook on that. Look at the tennis ball size hail. Up to the north. Tennis ball size hail in here, tornado right here, and it looks to me like it's probably on the ground. Bobby is right there. He'll find out here in just a second. But Sulphur, it is on the ground. Bobby has seen the tornado again? Okay. All right. There's Bobby.
That's in northern Murray County.
Okay. Yep.
Just keep you updated.
Yep. We're now in north. Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah. Gosh, look at that. Look at that hook on that, folks. That is scary. No doubt about it. That's going to be another substantial, it could be stronger than the first tornado, okay? Look at shear rate now. Look at shear rate. And you know what we had earlier with the shear rate? Didn't even have any red showing up. Now we have red showing up. Again, you can see this only on News 9. It's crossing Meadow Road and Sunshine Road. Meadow Road and Sunshine Road, tornado is right there. Bobby Payne, do you see the tornado? Bobby Payne, do you see the tornado?
It's going to be just to my west a little bit.
There it is.
Yeah, it's just to my west. Very strong rotation.
Take his shot. Control room, take his shot full screen real quick. Take his shot. There it is. Look at the lowering. All right, Bobby. You don't see the tornado? It looks like it's on the
debris ball.
Yeah. Bobby, it's on the ground. It's on the ground, Bobby. No doubt about it. The velocity data supports it. It's going to be on the ground, Bobby. We now have a debris ball signature. Let's go back to Storm Shield 9. Another product you only see on News 9 is that's telling us we have debris in the air. We have debris in the air now, okay? Not good. This is Sulphur right here, and just north of Sulphur, tornado on the ground now. This is going to be another substantial tornado. Look at the wall cloud in Bobby's shot. Holy moly, look at that. Look at the wall cloud right there. That, my friends, is that. And that is very, very ominous looking. That's going to be another tornado on the ground out of this. So this thing has had 2 tornadoes, and they've both been strong. Look at the hook. Look at the debris signature. And now debris ball developing. It's doing damage. Can't say it enough. And your streets are, it's going to be
Buell Green.
What's that right there?
I think it says Buell Green.
Buell Green?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Buell Green Road. All right, what's this right here? Burnside.
Burnside Road. That's
Burnside
about 4
Road.
miles to the west of 177.
Yeah, here's 177 right here. Tennis ball size hail to the north. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tornadoes right here. That's the tornado. Look at Bobby's shot, folks. That's what's going on down there. Look at Bobby's shot. That's the tornado. It is on the ground. That is on the ground. Okay. All right, let's see what's going on back north. Wow, look at that. Lacey, query that real quick.
101 and 80.
180 mile an hour shear. At least an EF2, possibly an EF3 tornado. We have 180 mile per hour shear. That's a violent tornado. A violent tornado on the ground. Now it's going to be north of Sulphur. Lacey, let's back out just a bit here. Then we're going to do a storm track on it. Let's back out. There's Sulphur. There's the tornado. Okay? It's moving due east. It's pretty much moving due east. It could make a lift to the north, though. So, Roff, you need to be thinking about it. Okay. We're going to leave this.
Pathfinder, you have the storm track.
Okay, let's go to Pathfinder here. Let's switch it and take a look at the path. And there it is. Oak Grove, 455. Hickory, 507. Roff, 510. Fittsdown, 533. Frisco, 540. Stonewall, 546. And Tupelo at 557. All right, so there you go, northern Murray County, tornado warning. Also now, southwestern.
Bobby shot.
Let's go to Bobby shot and take a look at this tornado, folks. Holy cow. Wow. Wow. That is massive. That is a massive. Look at the motion as it updates. Look at the real time. Look at the mesocyclone. Look at the mesocyclone with that. And look how this is wrapping in. Man, that's going to be a dangerous tornado. An EF2, possibly an EF3. That is a mean tornado, folks. Tennis ball size hail on the north sides. Up in here where the core is, tennis ball size hail, and tornado on the ground.
A tornado emergency is coming for that storm since it's such a violent tornado.
Tornado emergency now. Winds approaching 200 miles per hour. At least an EF3, if not an EF4. Might have an EF4 back in here. Bobby Payne's looking right at it.
Tornado emergency will include Roff and Hickory.
Okay, Roff and Hickory. Tornado emergency. If you live anywhere near those cities, you have to get to a safe spot right now. If you just ride this thing out, sitting in your living room, there's a chance you will not survive. You've got to go. You can survive. You've got to go to the lowest part of the house. If you live in a mobile home or a trailer, you have to get out. You cannot stay in a mobile home or a trailer. If you are going to stay at home and it's coming your way, okay, here's the deal. You got to get in the lowest level, center part of the house. I can't say it enough. Interior bathroom, interior closet. You have to go there now. This is a violent tornado. This is a violent tornado. This is the right side of the mesocyclone. It's right back in here. Bobby, get up on that ledge right there. Let's get Bobby up on that. Have him drive up that bank. Have Bobby Payne drive up that. Bobby Payne, drive up that right there. Just go on where it says do not enter. Go around it. Get up on top of that thing. I want to see what it looks like. Wow, look at that, folks. That's a large tornado. That's a violent tornado. The back edge is right here. Bobby Payne, we have him in the Gettner. Give us an update. I know you're looking at the backside. Can you see the tornado right now?
Yes, the motion is very intense. It almost looks like it's going to be a west tornado. Looks like it's going to be very wide at the, wow. I'm trying to get up, yeah, look at that.
There you go. There it is. Yeah, Bobby, get up top. Good job. Yeah, come up top. There it is. Okay, Bobby, let your image update. There's the left side of the tornado. It's a large, violent tornado. It's going to be at least an EF4, possibly stronger. At least an EF4 tornado, possibly stronger. That's the back edge of the tornado. Folks. That is a horrible, horrible scene. Bobby, can you see the right side of the tornado? Give us an update. Go.
David, no, I can. It looks like it's starting to become rain wrapped.
All right, Bobby. Okay, well, there it is. That's the left side of the tornado. He cannot see the right side of the tornado because of its width and because of the rain that's beginning to fill in on the right side. Large tornado again on the ground. Bobby Payne's looking right at it. It's going to go just north of Sulphur. Tornado emergency once again for Roff and Hickory. That means you have to go to your safe spot. You cannot just sit this thing out in your living room or your kitchen. You have to go to an interior closet or an interior bathroom. And again, this is a killer tornado, okay? This is a deadly tornado. It's an EF4 just by looking at velocity data and by looking at the sheer magnitude of that shot right there.
David, it is now about 1.5 miles just to the west of 177. It's going to cross 177, 4 miles north of Sulphur. After it crosses 177, that is the Chickasaw Turnpike coming out of Sulphur.
Yes.
So folks do not want to be on the Chickasaw Turnpike or 177.
Yes, troopers need to close the turnpike down. It's the Highway 1. It's the turnpike. Need to close it down. The Chickasaw Turnpike. Okay, need to close it down. Let's go back to Storm Shield 9. Let's keep Bobby shot up. And there it is. Boy, look at the hook, folks. There's Bobby. And there it is. There's a Chickasaw Turnpike that runs up to the northeast, comes into Ada. Large and violent tornado on the ground, becoming wrapped in rain, which makes it even scarier. You can't see it. You won't know it's coming until it hits you. Okay? You will not see that tornado. It's just going to be a dark ball of debris. A dark ball of debris moving almost due east. Right now, it's about 3 to 4 miles north of Sulphur, and it's about a mile west of Highway 177. All right, so we need to get Bobby moving at some point to the northeast. He's just going to ride out ahead of that. Need to keep him in the slot. Need to keep him moving to the northeast, but keep him in the slot. Okay, let's come back to the metro now. Vaughn's coming in from the north. Let's come back to Oklahoma City. Large and violent tornado, okay? We need to come back north here. Tornado warning continues for eastern Cleveland County. Vaughn Castor is right there. Let's get Vaughn in the Gettner. Vaughn's coming in from the northeast. Get an update from Vaughn. Vaughn, go ahead. You're on. Go.
Yeah, David, I'm just now starting to get some pretty heavy precip. I'm going to get on Highway 9 here and look back to the west and see what we got as soon as I get in the clearing here, David. Back to you.
Okay, all right, good job. And Vaughn, that tornado warning does continue. There is obviously rotation with that. And but again, I know you don't see anything right now, but please stay with it. You're dropping south. You're going to come in on the south side. Possible tornado is going to be on the north side of Lake Thunderbird. Okay, there's the inflow notch right here. If you live north of the lake, if you live north of Lake Thunderbird, over to Little Axe, over to Pink, there's the hook. You need to be in your safe spot right now. And if any of those guys see anything, if Vaughn sees something, holler. All right, I know Vaughn's getting in position right now. Tennis ball, golf ball, the tennis ball size hail. Anything else going on up north on the radar?
Up north, not at the moment. I can take a closer look here if you want to go up that way.
Okay, there's Darren. This storm here is severe southeastern Logan County, but not tornadic. All right, let's jump north here real quick. Let's jump north. Okay, these two cells up here we need to watch. West of Orlando, south of Covington. And, okay, we need to keep an eye on those. Let's back out just a bit. Where's Hank?
Edmond.
Okay. And we need to get, Allen needs to get east and drop south. Justin, Allen needs to get east and drop south. Okay. Yeah, Marty Logan's right there. Allen's got to get east. This thing's headed to Perry. Allen's got to get east. We got to separate these guys. Okay, let's come back south.
And David, just so you know, Jim Gardner can now see the storm that's over Lake Thunderbird at the moment.
Let's go. Let's go to Jim Gardner. He's over the tornado storm, the tornado warned storm now in Cleveland County. Let's take Jim's shot full, then we'll go back south. There it is, Jim. All right, Jim Gardner, you're live. We have your shot up, and I do not see a tornado on the ground, but it's on the north sides of Lake Thunderbird. Give us an update.
Well, that's right, David. We're looking at it right now. We got a tag hanging down right there. It's a pretty large wall cloud. It's right at the back of the main storm. It's clear air behind it. So we're right in a really good position tracking it, David. But you can see that tag right there hanging down. Again, this is moving, and it's moving at a pretty good rate. And right now, I don't know if this is the one you're talking about, David, or not, but right now I'm looking at Lake Thunderbird, which is going to be north of where this is. This is going to be on the south side of Lake Thunderbird here, I believe, right now, as we pick this up, and we're kind of tracking this. But you can see that tag right there. It is definitely rotating. But I don't know if this is the one you're talking about or not, David, but you can verify that or not. But this may produce a tornado here in just a few minutes. Jim Gardner live from Bob Mills, KWTV 9, back to you.
There are kind of two areas, David.
Yeah.
With that same storm.
Yeah, Jim, here's the deal. We have two areas of circulation. One on the southeast side, and then there's one on the west side, the far western sides, on the north side of Lake Thunderbird, okay? So make sure Jim knows that. Make sure Jim knows that, okay? And we'll go after whichever one is going to produce the tornado, if it does. We hope it doesn't. We hope and pray that it doesn't. But this thing is really, really starting to ramp up here. There's the right side of what we call the bell. There's the left side of what we call the bell or the updraft. In the middle, you get your ringer. We don't like the ringers. We don't want a ringer, okay? We don't want this thing to do anything. We're keeping an eye on it. But we have two areas of circulation down in Norman, east sides of Norman, actually. Norman, you're in the clear. This is well east of you. Okay, Jim Gardner's right there. Trust me, Jim doesn't miss anything. If this does anything, he'll be all over it. Okay, let's go back, and there it is. Okay, here's Jim, right? Jim's right here, and he's looking off to the northwest. He's looking at this. There's also an area back in here on the north sides of the lake. So we have two areas.
Yeah, Vaughn is very near the southeast area of circulation right now on Highway 9.
Vaughn is currently?
Yes, see him right there.
Okay, there's a shot. Hey, Vaughn, what do you see? Give us an update. You're right here. This is Vaughn. He's at this other southeast area of circulation. Make sure Jim Gardner knows there's another area, okay? Make sure Jim Gardner knows. Go ahead, Vaughn. Give us an update.
Look at that updraft right there. Look at that in my shot. There's nothing that's on the ground on the south side of this rotation. But that updraft is just spinning like a top, David. So we're going to watch this as it travels down Highway 9, and as soon as we get something else, we'll get back with you.
Okay. All right. Great job there, Vaughn. Vaughn Castor. Can't get any better than that. As far as looking at it, he's right there. He is all over that thing, okay?
Bobby's about to have a shot. He can still see a massive tornado down south in Murray County.
All right, Bobby Payne's right here. Tom and Rob are here. Obviously, we said it was going to miss Sulphur. It did. It's headed up. I tell you what, it's lifted a little farther north now. Loop that for me, Lacey. Here's Roff. You folks in Roff, I can't say it enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 miles southwest of Roff. Violent tornado on the ground. Violent tornado on the ground north of Sulphur. Sulphur, you're not going to get hit. You are not going to get hit in Sulphur. It's north of you, but a violent tornado continues. Let's go to Bobby Payne's shot. Let's take it full screen. Bobby's looking off to his north. Bobby, What do you see? Give us an update. How big's that tornado? Bobby Payne? Do we have Bobby Payne? Nope. All right,
it's crossing 177.
Okay. All right. It's crossing one. Let's come back. Let's come back. There we go. Who just said that?
Tom.
All right. Let's go to Tom. Let's go to Tom. Tom's a little farther south. We'll get Bobby back in here. Tom, give us an update. Large, violent tornado. It's been on the ground. What do you see right now? I know you're going through Sulphur, coming up from the north. Give us an update.
Yeah, I'm in Sulphur, and I can see the large tornado. We're going to go east and try to get ahead of it. There's a lot of trees, but definitely a large wedge tornado on the ground.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. All right. Stay with it, Tom. Keep getting north and east. I know what you're doing. You got to get north, and then you got to get back northeast. It's going to go right up the Chickasaw Turnpike. It's going right up the Chickasaw Turnpike. It's going to try to cross it here. It's going to try to cross it. Highway Patrol needs to close it down. It's a violent tornado. It's going to cross the turnpike.
Folks in Hickory also need to be in their safe spot just to the south of Roff.
And here's Hickory. Yeah, it's going to go on top or just north of Hickory. And boy, it's really, really ramped up. All right. Wow, it is really, really ramped up. Big tornado, violent tornado, violent tornado. Not good. We hate all tornadoes, but we hate the violent ones too. We really do. It's not good. Okay, there it is. There's Bobby Payne.
Bobby
There's area of circulation.
You can see the wedge.
Okay, let's go back to Bobby Payne and get an update from him. Bobby, you're on live. Go ahead. Give us an update. What do you see?
David, right now I'm at the Chickasaw Turnpike, and just east of 177, I've got a very large wedge tornado on the ground. I'm estimating this is going to be a mile-wide tornado with very violent rotation. So anyone that's northeast of this storm or in the path of it needs to be in shelter right now. But this is going to be a very dangerous and potentially life-threatening situation. Back to you, David.
Yeah, no doubt, Bobby. This is a deadly tornado, mile wide. We said it was a half mile to a mile wide. Tornado emergency continues. If you have anybody, if you know anybody that lives in Roff, to the southwest of Roff, you have to call them. Okay, they have to go to their safe spot. If you're not in a safe spot, an interior closet, interior bathroom, there's a chance you will not survive this tornado. You just can't be in your living room. You've got to get to the center part of the house. There's a tornado. It's right here. Okay, we can't show you where it is any clearer than that. That's where the tornado is. Okay, Chickasaw Turnpike's right here. Lacey, go ahead and loop that for me. Go ahead and loop it. And it's moving almost due east. It lifted a little bit north, about a mile, made a right turn. Okay, they wobble like an eye of a hurricane. Just low pressure, they wobble. There's all kinds of fluid going on around this thing with the jet streams and all this going on. So it's lifted a little bit north. Now it's back moving due right. Moving due east. So Collar, is that Collar? Collar Road. It's headed for you and Baker Road. That's where the tornado is right now. It's a mile wide. It's a mile wide, violent tornado. EF4, EF5 possibly, and it's moving due east. Okay? It's moving due east. If you live in a mobile home and you're east of this, and if you live in a mobile home, you have to leave. You cannot stay home and ride this out in a mobile home. There's a tornado now becoming wrapped in rain. It's trying to become wrapped in rain. Wow, look at that. Bobby Payne's right there. Let's go back to Bobby Payne. Bobby, what do you see on that? Give us an update. What do you see?
David, right now I'm seeing the backside of the wedge tornado, and the rain has wrapped around the tornado, so it's going to be very hard to see. I'll tell you what, this very violent motion now, just about a mile to 2 miles, mile and a half. It looks like it's getting ready to cross the Chickasaw Turnpike here pretty soon, just right in front of me. Back to you, David.
Okay, just remember, Bobby, if you're going to try to shoot the gap, you better do it. If not, you're going to be driving through debris. So remember that. It's going to be a possibility. There's a violent tornado crossing Kohler Road right now, and Baker Road, and and there's Chickasaw Turnpike. It's going to cross the turnpike on the bend, all right, at Baker Road. And we hope that the Oklahoma Highway Patrol has shut this down. If not, and somebody's on it, it'll toss a car like a toy, okay? Violent tornado continues. Down here, tornado emergency continues for Hickory. If you live north of Hickory, if you know anybody that lives north of Hickory, go ahead, give them a call. You might just save their life, okay? You might just save their life if you give them a call right now. That's where the tornado is. Boy, I tell you what, let's query some of the data here real quick. Yeah, we're on the threshold of EF4 stuff here right now, folks. 90, yeah, 90, and we've got 70, 80, 90, give or take. Yeah, it's a violent tornado. It's a big tornado, violent tornado. And you can tell, look at the mile. See the mile squares?
Got it.
And circulation, you can basically pick out. It's a mile wide. It's every bit of a half to a mile wide tornado.
And Tom and Rob have a shot up.
Okay, let's go to Tom and Rob. Let's take their shot. And Tom and Rob, the tornado, tell me what you're looking at there. You're looking off to your east. Give us an update. Looking off to your north. Go ahead. Go ahead, Tom. All right, well, there's a shot.
Yeah, sorry. The
fine.
tornado is wrapped in rain from our location. We had a clear vantage point, one of the view down here. But I am trying to get east out to one.
Okay, Tom, hang with it. I want you to go east, right? I need you to go east, out of Sulphur like you're doing. Keep going east, and then we'll get you back out ahead of this thing. But go east. Just keep blasting east. I know you know what you're doing. I'm just trying to help you out here a little bit. Okay. Boy, I tell you what, it's crossing the Chickasaw Turnpike right now. Let's come back to Oklahoma City. Let's come back to Oklahoma City, talk about our storm. Violent tornado crossing the Chickasaw Turnpike a mile north of Bobby Payne. A mile north of Bobby. Bobby's shot is just all dark. You can't see anything. It's wrapped in rain. Okay, let's come back to Oklahoma City. There it is, crossing the turnpike now. Violent tornado. Let's come back to Oklahoma City. Let's talk about the supercell up here real quick on Storm Shield. Let's come back north. And let's come back north. Tornado warning. Vaughn's right there. Jim Gardner's right there. Let's go to Vaughn. Look at this shot, folks. You want to see what we call a LP or low precipitation supercell? Looks like a barber pole spinning in the sky. You want to see that? Look at that. Look at that shot. Okay, this is coming up and it's going around. There's the next layer going up and around. That is a rotating thunderstorm. Now, we don't often see it like this because we have a lot of humidity. And this is all covered up most of the time here in Oklahoma City. This is what storms look like in western Oklahoma and the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles. They don't look like this. That's a supercell. Let's go to Vaughn. Vaughn, we have your shot up. Give us a quick update on what that storm's doing. How tight's that rotation underneath it? You're looking right at it.
It's starting to tighten up right now, right over Highway 9. That would be southwest of Pink on Highway 9. I'm starting to get rising scud off of from Highway 9, right over Highway 9. So it looks like it's developing maybe a small wall cloud, a little lowering right now, but it's starting to tighten up, and we'll keep watching it, David. Back to you.
Okay, all right, let's go to Jim Gardner. Great job, Vaughn. No tornado on the ground. Vaughn's right there. This is for eastern Cleveland County. Let's go up top. Look at that. Look at the striations. You think that thing's turning like a top? 1, 2, count them. Count them. There's like Thunderbird. Jim, you're looking right at it. There's a spot. What do you think? How fast is that stuff rotating from your perspective? Give us an update, Jim Gardner.
Well, it definitely has a rotation in it, David. I'd say it's not rotating really fast right now, but it's just a humongous wall cloud. You can see the Lake Thunderbird. Now, this is on the very southeast corner of Lake Thunderbird. Look at the cloud up above it, David. You can see the hole that is cleared out as it goes up. And that top shelf cloud, it actually wraps around. If we went back to the left, but the light's pretty bright, it wraps around the back side of this wall cloud there. So you can see that come around. It wraps around the back side. And then that is just cut a clear spot out of that. And it is definitely rotating, David. It is very low to the ground right now. I'm sitting right over. I just passed Laurel Lee Lane and 180th Street here, southeast of Lake Thunderbird. But, man, what a wall cloud. Nothing comes out of it yet, but it is in clear air, and it is just it's just crazy looking, David. Jim Gardner reporting live from Bob Mills, Scotty's 9. Back to you.
Well, Jim, we call this a mothership. It looks like a big UFO is invading Lake Thunderbird. I mean, that's what it looks like. Jim, back out just a second in your shot. Just back out. Look at all this flowing up and into the updraft. That's the updraft. Look at the striations here. Look at that, folks. That is incredible. You see this stuff up in Colorado. Okay, so supercell, tornado warning continues for East Norman. We're talking about Lake Thunderbird. Let's go back to Storm Shield. Go back to Storm Shield. Here's where Jim is. Vaughn's right here. Circulation's right back in here. Okay, let's go to velocity data here. Let's see if we have anything on velocity data. It's spinning. There it is. It's right here. Let's go to shear rate. Let's see what we have on shear rate.
Let me switch radars.
Okay. All right, go ahead. There it is.
Really close to this radar site.
Yeah, there it is. Okay. Still have it, though. It's over the north finger of Lake Thunderbird. That's the dangerous part of this storm right now. Right here. Right here. Right here. Okay? And it's moving east-northeast towards Twin Lakes, towards Bethel Acres. Okay? We need to do a storm track on that when we get a second. OBU, Shawnee, you need to be watching this thing. It may not produce a tornado, but I tell you what, it sure could. Okay? North of Little Axe, north of Lake Thunderbird, north sides of the lake, on the north finger, Okay, that's where the possible tornado will be if it develops. Right now, you just saw the shots from Jim and from Vaughn. It's not on the ground. Okay, let's come back. Let's back out just a bit, guys. Let's come back out. Lacey, let's back out just a bit here. By the way, there's the dry line coming in. Let's talk about what's going on quickly up north. Let's go up north here. Guthrie, storm not doing much, barely severe, a little bit of some small hail. Let's go farther north. Orlando, that storm is a supercell. Alan Brose is going to be on that. He's coming south. That's going to have some rotation with that. Golf ball size hail headed towards Perry. All right, let's go farther north. Blackwell, thunderstorm over you, but nothing crazy right now. And other thunderstorms back to the northwest. Marty Logan is going to get in place here shortly. He's looking right at that shot, but nothing turning up here that we're concerned about, okay? It's a severe storm, damaging winds, quarter-size hail. If it starts to spin, trust me, we'll get back to this. But Newkirk, Blackwell, get ready for damaging winds, 60, 70 miles an hour, quarter golf ball size hail. Over Lamont, back to Medford and Renfro. Severe storm for you, also northeast of Byron.
OHP shut down the Chickasaw Turnpike.
There you go. OHP just shut down the Chickasaw Turnpike. Okay, let's come back south.
David, we are getting reports just right on the right side of the lake that the tornado is on the ground. We saw a report of that online. I know that Vaughn and Sky News 9 are right there.
Okay, let's hey, let's go back to Jim Gardner. And hey, Jim Gardner, do you see the tornado on the ground? Let's take Jim's shot full. Jim, do you see the tornado? Give us an update. What do you see on the ground there?
Well, you know, Dave, we're trying to figure it out, but it may just be, it may just be clear air. But it definitely looks like it's lifting up some dust and some leaves in there. And you can see right there, and I'm telling you, that is very low to the ground, David. It's just a huge wall cloud, and it is rotating. But you can see the dust right in there. We really haven't seen a tight funnel, but there is lifting dust up in there, and some we saw some leaves and stuff. But as we're talking, this is getting lower to the ground. So this could drop a huge tornado, David. But again, it looks like it's right on the east side or the northeast side of Lake Thunderbird is where it's sitting, and you're seeing it live from Bob Mill Sky News 9. You can see all the dust that is right there off that front part of that big wall cloud there. You can see the dust rising up. We can start seeing dust out in front of it now, David, as I'm coming around here. So I don't know if that's on the ground or if it's just lifting dust, David, but right now we're trying to figure that out. But we got a great shot here. I don't really see any heavy debris at this time. I just see dust and like leaves and stuff, but there may be a tag hanging down in there. But it's just a huge storm, David, just a huge wall cloud as we pull back out wide here. We're getting a little really good shot of that right there. That tells the story right there, David. That is just a massive wall cloud, and it is, like you talked about, the serrations are even getting more defined as that is rotating. And like I said, it's sitting right now. I'm looking at it. It looks like it may be on the northeast side of Lake Thunderbird, David. But right now, I really can't confirm anything on the ground. You saw a lot of dust of what we saw, but again, I don't think it is on the ground at this time, David.
All right. Hey, Jim, great job. Here's what I want you to do real quick, Jim. I know you're looking off to your northwest. Kind of drift north. Kind of come around that right side if you can. Kind of come around just a little bit on the north side of this thing, okay? Just take your chopper and just come around to that right side where you see all that clear air. Not left, come right, and then look back down in there, okay? If you can, yeah, go a little bit north, fly a little bit north, and then look back in there, and let's just see what you see there. Okay, let's go to Vaughn Castor, and he's on the ground. Jim's going to go a little farther north. Yeah, get up on that north side. Let's go to Vaughn. Let's see what Vaughn has. Vaughn, do you see anything that it looks like it's on the ground or trying to go to the ground? I know you're getting in a better location. You're getting to a higher point. Give us an update, Vaughn.
No, nothing on the ground right now, but it is starting to, the base is starting to lower. There's a lot of scud being brought into it right now, and that would be kind of on the right under the updraft. You got a beaver tail coming in from the south of it, but right under the updraft, it's starting to lower. So a lot of scud being brought up to it, and a lot of rotation with it. Back to you, David.
Vaughn, what's this right here? What's this in your shot? Is that rotating, that little tag hanging down?
There's a lot rotating in from the left to the right of my shot, David. There's a lot rotating in there, okay?
Yeah. Hey, Vaughn, to the left of that big tree on the right-hand side, to me that looks like the spot right there. To the left of that tree, it looks like that's really spinning.
Correct. That's correct.
David, that circulation is around 156, just north of Little Axe by about a mile.
Okay, all right, there it is. So Vaughn's right there, and Vaughn's right there. Jim Gardner's right there, up in the air, looking at the same thing. This thing is beginning to spin. Vaughn's right there looking right at it. We'll see what it does. Okay, let's go back to Storm Shield 9. I want to point out, Oklahoma City, we are in the clear. All right, we're in the clear now. If you haven't figured that out already, it's east of us. Here comes the dry line. And thunderstorm now east of Guthrie. It is rotating. Darren is right here. And Vaughn is right here, along with Jim Gardner. That storm not producing a tornado, but the tornado warning continues for western Pottawatomie County. We said it was going there, and it is. All right, let's zoom on in. Let's zoom on in.
And I'll just give you an update down south. The tornado, if it's on the ground south of Roff, is 2 miles south of Roff, crossing Highway 1. Circulation is a little weaker now.
Okay, all right, that's good.
County.
We're going to go back to that storm in just a second. Twin Lakes, Shawnee, you need to be watching this storm. You need to be thinking about what you're going to do if this does produce a tornado. Golf ball size hail, maybe tennis ball size hail with that. And it's going to parallel and go just north of Highway 9. Pink, you're not out of the woods yet. Tecumseh, it's going to be close. Looks like it'll be just north of you.
They're sounding the sirens in Bethel Acres.
Okay, good call. Sounding the sirens in Bethel Acres.
And we got a storm track for you, David.
Back to the southwest. Let's do a storm track on that. Let's go to Pathfinder 9. And Pathfinder 9 here. There it is. And this is the hook. All right, now we're not storm tracking the hail in the damaging winds. We're storm tracking the hook. Moving east-northeast. Look at Shawnee. You're in the red line. Shawnee, you need to be thinking about this tornado warning. For you, it does include you right now, and it needs to weaken. But if it doesn't, it's going to go right over Shawnee. That mothership you were looking at is going to go right over Shawnee. It's going to go right over Shawnee. And then here are the times now. Twin Lakes, 5:33. Bethel Acres, 5:38. Bethel Public Schools, 5:38. Cross Timbers Elementary School, 5:43. Tecumseh, downtown, 5:44. Kickapoo Casino, Shawnee, 5:45. Shawnee, downtown, 5:48. OBU campus, 5:48, and Sequoia Elementary School, 5:51, Grove School, 5:53, Earlsboro at 5:59. That's where the tornado is, if it's going to happen. Right now, though it's not on the ground. Vaughn's looking at it, and Jim's looking at it, okay? OBU, I'll say it again, and Shawnee, 5:48, okay? If you live north of Tecumseh and in the Shawnee area, up to OBU, up to I-40, back to Twin Lakes, you need to be thinking about going to your safe spot as this gets closer to you, okay? There's no tornado on the ground right now. We'll go back to Jim here coming up. Let's go back south, talk about this violent tornado we've had on the ground. This violent tornado that we've had on the ground.
On Storm Shield 9.
On Storm Shield 9.
And we have 2 new tornado warnings that are south of that storm, David.
Okay, and here we go. Durant, there it is. Another big storm down here, probably on the ground already. This is Durant. And this is really scary because this looks like it's going to try to come into Durant. Let's back out. Who? Okay. Never mind. I got it. All right, there's Durant. Let's go to Jim Gardner. Tornado on the ground. Let's go to Jim Gardner. There it is.
Get me on the air.
Yeah, go ahead, Jim. You're on the air. Go.
Yeah, David, this just dropped a real quick funnel, real fast. So you see it just going back up right now. That came right out of the back side there. We were just turned around. I couldn't get around to the right side of this thing because I was getting cut off by hail and rain, but just as we rolled around, it just dropped a really fast one, David. Came down, touched the ground, and went right back up there. So again, it is trying to get itself together here, David, and it could possibly drop a very large tornado. But therefore, just real quick, it came down the ground and went right back up, David. So there's definitely, this is the one to look out for. Jim Gardner reporting live from Bob Mills, Scotty 9. Back to you.
Okay. All right. Great job, Jim. If it does it again, just jump in. So let's be listening for Jim. Vaughn's on the ground, and you saw that brief tornado touchdown. It was a little tiny funnel. It touched down. Again, that's going to be on the north sides of Lake Thunderbird there. All right. The tornado warning continues for Cleveland County, eastern Cleveland, and western Pottawatomie County. Okay.
Yeah, I see your shot.
All right, I see Vaughn's shot. Vaughn's on the ground. Jim's up top. Okay, let's go back south to southern Oklahoma. Let's go back south now. This has been a large, violent tornado. Let's go back south. And let's go to Storm Shield 9. And here's Tom. Tom's right here. He's in Roff. And new area of circulation now. Lacey, let's put on reflectivity here. Let's get our bearing straight, see what we're looking at here. Okay, so we have 2 areas of spin. Yeah, we've got another area over Connerville. Tornado warning in Connerville. And that's going to be headed east. It's going to go probably north of Wapanucka and Clarita. Clarita, you're in the line of fire in Wapanucka. Possible tornado now west of Wapanucka. So if you live in Wapanucka, up Highway 48 to Clarita, you got to go to your safe spot, okay? And then back here, this was the original storm that was a violent tornado back up in here. And Tom and Rob are right there. Let's go to shear rate if we can on that. Just curious what this thing looks like. It's definitely weakened. Definitely weakened.
Tom are right there. Tom and Rob.
Okay, let's go to Tom. Let's take Tom's shot, control room. Tom, it continues to weaken some, at least that northern storm. Give us an update. Have you crossed any damage yet? You're probably not far enough north. Give us an update.
Yeah, we're on the south side of Roff right now. Can't see the tornado. We do have a lot of leafy debris falling on us. But you know what? We're on the back side of it, and whatever there is, it's probably still wrapped in rain. Back to you, David.
Okay. All right. It's still on the ground? Okay. All right. Let's go. Tom, it's still on the ground. Where's Bobby Payne now? Bobby Payne dropped south, and he's getting east. So, Tom, tornado's still on the ground down south. That tornado is still on the ground southeast of Roff. All right? It's headed towards Fitztown right now. Let's get an update. Let's go back to Storm Shield. Let's go back to Storm Shield and get an update. There it is. There's Tom and Rob. There's Roff. There it is. Yeah, tornado on the ground with that? Yes. Yeah, it looks like it velocity data, but it's almost out of velocity range now. Tornado on the ground now southeast of Connerville. This is going to be on the far southern fringe of our viewing area, headed towards Clarita, possibly Wapanucka. All right, it's way down here. All right, here's Tupelo. Here's Stonewall, possible tornado down here with that storm. All right, southeast of Centerville. There it is. There's your tornado right here, south of Centerville. It went south of town, but not by much. Okay? And then Tom and Rob are up here. Tom and Rob are up here with this tornado up here. Bobby Payne's going to be heading east. Bobby Payne's going to be headed east, and we'll see what Bobby Payne gets out of this thing as he gets closer to it. But tornado's still on the ground. Still on the ground. Okay, let's come back north. Let's talk about Oklahoma City. Check out the wall cloud up here. And here you go. Storm in Meeker is gone. We're going to forget about it. It's good news. This is the only game in town as far as really central Oklahoma right now. And Vaughn's right there. And Val's coming in from the north. Let's look at Val's shot. There's Val. Val's coming in from the north. Let's go back to Jim Gardner. He's up top looking right at this from the north now. Jim, what do you think? It looks like it's still rotating, but underneath your shot, I clearly do not see a tornado on the ground. Give us an update. Do we have Jim?
Yeah, go ahead, David.
Jim, go ahead. Give us an update on that storm. Give us an update on that tornado. On that storm you're looking at.
Nothing new on that, but it's still a huge wall cloud, David, and you can see the serrations. As you can see them going up on the top of your screen there. That goes right up into that upper shelf cloud there, and it just bored out a hole there. But it's just tightening up. That whole thing is wrapping up, David. It is just a crazy sight here. That is just a massive wall cloud. It is only probably, I would estimate, maybe 200 feet above the ground, from the base of that to the ground. Like I said, we haven't had any more little spin ups since that last one. Like I said, that was just kind of a freak thing that I caught. It just spun up real quick. It almost looked like just a straight condensation, and it stood straight up, and then it just kind of went away. But there is definitely a lot of action to this. It's still moving. It's still getting lower to the ground. And like I said, it's still wrapping up tighter towards the top, David. But nothing on the ground right now. And right now I'm crossing 3310 Road. So we'll keep you updated. Jim Gardner reporting live from Bob Mills, Scotty News9, back to you.
Okay. All right. Great job there, Jim. If it does anything else crazy, jump back in. That's a storm down in the eastern Cleveland County, now moving into Pottawatomie County. Let's go back to Storm Shield 9. Here's what that storm looks like. Vaughn's right there. Val's now coming in from the north. And I'm looking at Val's shot. I'm looking at Vaughn's shot. Large hail in this, but again, no tornado on the ground right now. We've had one tornado from that. It was very small. It's moving off east-northeast. Twin Lakes, OBU, and Shawnee. Hopefully this storm will go away. We hope this storm goes away, but right now, this storm is still a rotating thunderstorm with the possible tornado about ready to cross into far western Pottawatomie County. It's doing it right now, okay? It's doing it right now. Okay, let's back out just a bit, Lacey. Let's back out here. And that storm's gone. It's going away. Let's jump north here real quick. Let's jump north. And here's Perry. Let's zoom into this storm. And Hank's on that. What does Hank see out of that? I'm looking at Hank's shot. And Hank's got a lowering. Let's take Hank Brown's shot and get an update from him. Boy, Hank, I tell you what, that's getting better organized. Give us an update. Go ahead, Hank. You're on.
Yeah, David, it's really gotten a lot better. I'm getting off at the Highway 51 Stillwater exit right now, and this is just west of I-35, and you can see that we've got a lowering in the middle of this base. It's just gotten better and better. We've been able to see it for about 20 miles, and it just keeps getting lower and lower. It was a high base storm when we first started watching it. Now, as you can see, it's rooting in, and you can see there's some circulation there in that. So it's starting to slowly rotate, and that tag right there, that lowered wall cloud, it's starting to slowly rotate. That's going to be just a couple of miles north of Highway 51 between 51 and Orlando west on west of I-35. I'm getting ready to pull over here where you can get a better look at it. Yeah, it's going to be a couple of miles west of I-35, but it's really starting. It's got some broad rotation with it. It's not real super tight. I don't see it funneling or anything like that, but it does have nice rising motion into it. And it does have some circulation right there in the base. Yep. The whole base here is circulating, and you can see that it's starting to tighten up right here in the middle of it.
Okay.
So this is going to be just west of 35, just north of 51.
Yeah.
Back to you, David.
You know, Hank, looking at your shot here, I can see everything at the top, the updraft here, definitely rotating from left to right. You can see these striations here. There's one, there's two, and all the banding going on in the atmosphere that it all wraps in around the mesocyclone, and it's going to be right in here if it's going to do it. Hank Brown and Patty Brown are looking right at it. That storm is severe, and that storm could produce, boy, I tell you what, Hank, just got a radar update. It's getting stronger, definitely getting stronger now. Lake McMurtry, Lake Perry, Lake McMurtry, you're in the...
Hank's saying he's got a little funnel.
All right, let's go back to Hank Brown. He might have a funnel on this. And Hank, go
David,
ahead.
There's a little shear funnel. It's a little white shear funnel. Point the camera right there. See
right here?
Funnel, a little needle funnel.
Where is it? Zoom in on it.
A little small needle funnel. It's right there where the white clouds are. Just it's starting to dissipate now.
Okay, it's right in here.
Yeah, the rising motion's really picking up.
Okay.
Move to the right just a little bit. Yeah, it's really starting to circulate. This thing is really tightening up, and it's just west of I-35.
Right.
You can see the whole thing is starting to dance. We had a little shear funnel with it, and then it dissipated, and now you can see that dark base right there is really starting to wrap up, David.
Okay, and also, Hank, look to your right. Here comes your cigar cloud. Here comes your cigar cloud out of the right. That's your rain-cooled air being pulled in. So watch it. We'll get back with you. We're going to jump north here a little bit. Let's go back to Storm Shield. And there's that storm. Could produce a tornado, okay? Hank's right there. Up north, nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Marty Logan's up north. These storms are near Bremen and Renfro. They are severe, but nothing that is turning too nutty right now that I'm like, oh, boy, here we go. But Marty's up there nonetheless. And also another thunderstorm west of Renfro, and then also west of 132, back north of Jet, okay? So these storms are slowly moving their way up into Kansas. They are severe, damaging winds, nickel, dime, quarter-size hail. Let's come back south. Let's go back into southern Oklahoma, talk about our storms down here. And I want to point out, once you get from Oklahoma City west, it's all quiet, okay? It's all quiet going on. Nothing going on there. The big show is right here in Pottawatomie County. Let's take a look at this storm. Let's get back on that.
Jim's shot has been very impressive with the storm.
Yeah, what's that?
Looking at the mesocyclone, looking up, you can really see the spin.
Oh, it's incredible. Folks, look at that shot. Look at there. There's where the hook is, right here, coming into Bethel Acres. Tornado warning continues for the Bethel Acres area over to Shawnee. And look at the storm in your upper left from Jim Gardner. That's what it looks like. That is what that storm looks like. It is a sculpted updraft. It's an LP storm, low precipitation. Usually this is shrouded in rain. You can't see it at all. You can see every bit of the updraft, right? And this whole thing is rotating up, in, and around. Up, in, and around. Jim Gardner, give us a quick update on that storm. They're now coming into and just west of Shawnee. West of Shawnee. Go, Jim.
Well, that's right, David. We're just sitting on Highway 102 right now to the south of this storm a little bit. You're right. I haven't seen this in all the times that I've been flying, David. I've never seen this right here where it's cleared out and you exactly see the serrations going up. It looks like a big foot. If you look at it, it looks like you can see the heel, the ankle, you know, and the calf going up into that cloud there. But again, it is getting lower to the ground. I would estimate maybe 200 feet, maybe a little lower at the front edge of this. But again, just a beautiful, I hate to say beautiful, but it's just something that I haven't seen, David, in all the years that I've storm chased stuff, because it's never been this clear and been able to get all that moisture out of the way. And so the people are getting a really good education here to see exactly how this storm works and how it rotates and goes up into that other cloud there again. But nothing on the ground. There's nothing come out of it yet, just except for that one little white, sheer funnel that we had moments ago. But it is an impressive storm, David. It has the ability to really drop a large tornado, and that's why we're sticking with it. Jim Gardner reporting live from Bob Mills, KWTV News9. Back to you.
All right, great job there, Jim. Again, just to the west of Shawnee. This is what is coming into Shawnee right now. You folks in Shawnee, beginning to rain there, but there's the hook. This thing is still showing a hook.
Hank's saying he can see a funnel again up north.
Okay, all right, we'll go back to Hank here in just a second. Bethel Acres, Shawnee, OBU, tornado warning continues for you. Our friends in Shawnee, you got to call somebody. It's not on the ground right now. Jim Gardner's looking right at it. Val Castor's looking right at it. Let's go to Val Castor here quickly. Val's on the southwest side of this thing. Let's take his shot. Val, what do you think? You see anything on the ground? It continues to rotate. Give us an update.
Okay, right now, David, we're pretty much right under the base, and we do have rotation. It's not tight and it's not strong. So I would say, weak to occasionally moderate rotation, broad rotation, and it's pretty much right over our location. I would say 1 mile west of Highway 102 and about a mile north of Highway 9. I know it's a big base, and it's hard to pinpoint, but this is pretty much where it is right here. David, back to you.
All right, great job there. Val and Amy Castor again on that storm that's now moving into and just west of Shawnee. Val, Vaughn, and Jim Gardner are all here together, and we're going to keep track of this thing. So Val and Vaughn, keep moving east with it. Don't leave it. Keep moving east with it, okay? Tornado warning continues for western Pottawatomie County. I want to point out, Cleveland County, you're out of it. Cleveland County, you're out of it now. It's going to be a Bethel Acres thing, it's going to be a Shawnee thing, and it's going to be an OBU thing, all right? And it's eventually going to come up to I-40 because it's still moving east-northeast.
There's a storm track with all those locations,
Let's do it. Let's go back to Pathfinder 9 and do a storm track. Look what that storm looks like, folks, in the upper left-hand part of your TV screen. Do you see that? Look at that. Look at that storm. It's an LP storm. There's no precipitation. It's called an LP storm, low precipitation. That's the updraft. That's what an updraft looks like. And that's what they look like in Colorado, not in Shawnee, Oklahoma. Not very often do they look like that. Okay, we're on it, talking about Bethel Acres, 536. That's 2 minutes. Kickapoo Casino, 542. Shawnee High School, 545. OBU, 546. And Shawnee at 546 downtown, 614 into Little. And Centerview at 618, which is right up here. Centerview's right there, okay? South of Prague. We'll see if it produces a tornado. We hope it doesn't, but our team of trackers, they're on it. Okay, let's do this. Let's go. Let's see, who shot? Let's go up north. Let's go back up to Hank. And Hank's storm continues to get better organized. Look at the hook now, low-level lock. And there it is. So it's going to go, the hook's going to go north of Lake McMurtry, all right? It's going to go northeast. We'll do a storm track. Let's get one ready on that. It's going to go, it's moving east-northeast right in here. It's going towards Morrison. Okay, here's Perry. It's going to go south of Perry, and it's going to go on the northern finger or barely just north of Lake Carl Blackwell. It's moving almost due east. OSU campus, you might be in the clear. If you miss it, you won't miss it by much. It's going to be just to your north. That's the area of circulation right now. Look at the inflow notch. Look at that, folks. See how it's wrapping back around? Look at that. That's the updraft. This thing is wrapping around the updraft. The rain and the hail are wrapping around the updraft. Let's turn shear rate on just for a second. By the way, that's it in your lower left-hand screen. See that? Lower left? That's that. Shear rate getting stronger. There it is, crossing I-35. Look how good shear rate is. Crossing I-35, that's what I just said. There's I-35. Hank's sitting on I-35. All right, he's right there. All right, so let's go to Hank Brown. Let's take his shot. Storm, again, moving east-northeast at 30 miles per hour. Oh, boy, Hank, it's really changed. It's getting better organized for sure. Everything is ramping up. Give us an update.
Boy, it sure is, David. Look at this. You can see the whole vault here. Look at the right edge. You can see the whole motion and rotation of it. It's right on I-35, or just barely east of 35, and it's in between Highway 51. Well, it's in between, just northeast of Orlando, actually. But it's really ramped up. We've seen a few funnels with it that just poke down out of this wall cloud. Now you can see on the white edge. Zoom in on that right here. Yeah, right here.
On the right
this
side?
Right edge right here. Yeah, see it's white. You can see it's really starting to ramp up again, and it may be trying to funnel again.
Tornado warning for that storm?
Okay, hey, Hank, tornado warning for your storm.
Yeah, it should have. That's a good call. So Stillwater, it looks like it's going to go north of you, but if this thing anchors and turns right, Stillwater, you need to take your tornado precautions.
Yes.
Just in case. This thing is like 8 miles west of Stillwater right now.
Okay.
Southern
it's probably going to go north.
Okay, Hank, I'm going to talk quickly here, Hank. Are you going to go north of the lake, or are you going to go down 51 and go north?
I'm trying to decide.
Okay, here's the deal, Hank. It's moving due east. It's almost moving due east right now. It's turned right, like you said. It may go on the northern sides of Stillwater or just barely miss the north sides of Stillwater, okay? But it will go over the north sides of Lake Carl Black. Hey, Hank, I'll say this. Lake Carl Blackwell, there is a road just to your north that's a county line road that goes east, Hank. 2 miles north of you.
2 miles north of me, and that exit off I-35. Is that Orlando Road?
Let's zoom in. I'm not sure. It's
Airport Road.
Airport
eventually.
Road 590.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep. Okay, let's go back to Storm Shield. There it is. Tornado warning now. Oh, boy, it's really getting ramped up.
You have a track on Pathfinder.
Okay, we'll do it here. There you go. Tennis ball size hail. Tennis ball size hail at Frontier, just south of Frontier. And you can see I-35 is back here to the west. That's I-35 currently. Tornado warning. Tornado warning. Here's the hook developing now. This is going to be north, just barely north of Lake Carl Blackwell. There's a lake, all right? See the GPS? And there's Hank. And see the GIS lake image. You can see the lake right here, right? There's the lake. The tornado's right here. And it's going to try to produce that tornado. It's not on the ground. Why? Well, because Hank's looking right at it. That's how we know. But it's getting stronger. It's getting stronger. So Hank needs to get north. Hank needs to get east. Okay, let's do a storm track. Let's go to Pathfinder. And right now, it's going to go north of Stillwater. It's going to go north of the OSU campus. But, boy, I tell you what, again, if my family were at home right now and we lived in Stillwater, I'd be really watching this, okay? If you live near and just north of Stillwater, you need to be thinking about going to your safe spot. Because right now, it's moving due east. But, man, I'm telling you, these things will make a right turn. And if it makes a right turn at all, it comes into the northern sides of Stillwater, out near the airport, okay? That's what it does. That's what it can do.
And on I-35, that's mile marker 175, 176.
That's where it is, crossing 175, 176. Not a tornado on the ground. That's the area of circulation, okay? It's right here. It's right here. Wow. Okay. All right. Stillwater, OSU campus, keep an eye on it. It's a supercell. It's a monster. It's a big storm. No tornado on the ground, though, but it is a big storm. Look at the hook on this, wrapping back around. Boy, this thing is getting some incredible ventilation right now. The hail cores positioned to the northeast. Look at the wrap, all the rain. And right here, right there, that's where the updraft is, okay? There's a cylinder right there. That's where the cylinder is. And that thing is really cranked up. I'm still looking at Hank's shot. I don't see anything in Hank's shot. It's getting better and better organized. Moving due east. Yep, Hank, go ahead. You're back on again. Go ahead, Hank.
David, the thing is really starting to rotate. It's hanging really low, and it's really cranking. It's east of I-35. I'm at mile marker 177, and it's just east of me. You can see this whole thing is really cranking. I can almost see like a little horseshoe funnel with it. So there's a lot of rotation, a lot of chaotic motion in this storm right here. It's really starting to ramp up, David.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, Hank, it looks like to me it's going to really try, and you know exactly what you're doing. It's going to try to produce a tornado really fast. It sure is. Look at that, folks. That is impressive. That has just changed dramatically in the last 5 minutes, okay? You might see this live happen on the air. We've had multiple tornadoes today down in southern Oklahoma, and this is going to try to go just north of OSU and of Stillwater, of the OSU campus. Look at this. Look at the collar beginning to develop. See the collar? See the cut? See the cut? Right there? And right here, see how laminar, see how smooth that is right there? Everything flowing up and around. Then on the east side, it's ragged. Hank, be looking for something on the ground. I know you are. Keep looking. It's going to get tighter.
Anything on the ground.
What's that?
Just east of I-35. I do not see anything on the ground, but, man, it's really
okay.
Look at the rotation. It's really ramped up.
Okay, all right, Hank, Hank, keep east. Don't get caught in the rain. Keep east. I know you are.
Yeah.
Just keep going east. Okay.
How far is my next road? How far north is my next road?
Okay, let's zoom in real quick. Let's go to Storm Shield 9. And let's go to Storm Shield 9. Let's zoom in.
It's got to be real close to him.
Hank, it's north of you a half mile.
North of me a half mile. Is there an exit there?
You might have to make one. I don't know.
Gotcha.
Zoom in.
So anyway, just east of I-35 here, you can see it. It's going to be very near Lake Carl Blackwell.
Yes.
Man, I'm getting hit with the RFD now.
Yeah, you got to get east. Yep, get east. Don't get caught in the RFD. Well, he's talking about the rift link downdraft. He's got jet stream winds coming off the top of this thing, wrapping around this, and he's getting hammered right now with a northwest to a west wind right here. That's the wraparound circulation, okay? All the air here is flowing into it. The mouth's open. This thing's breathing. Look at the hook. Boy, it's really ramping up. And there it is. There's where Hank is. He's getting the winds on the backside. He's going to go east right here. He's going to go east, okay? Lake Carl Blackwell, it's north of you, but not by much. Not by much. Okay, let's go back south again. We'll come back to this. Tornado warning, though, does continue. Lake McMurtry, you're in the line of fire. And if you live on the north sides of Lake Carl Blackwell, from there north, you're on the line of fire. Then eventually, if you live in or just north of Stillwater. Okay, let's come back south. Let's stay on Storm Tracker. Let's talk about the storms down south, guys. And let's talk about Darren's on this storm here. Let's go back to Shawnee. And let's see what we have going on. Shawnee, OBU. Tornado warning continues. Val's there, Vaughn's there, and Jim's there. Turn on shear rate. It's weakened.
It's weakened a lot.
Yeah. Okay, great news. This storm's weakened. OBU, Shawnee, still some good-sized hail coming into Shawnee, probably quarter-size hail. Tornado warning continues for OBU down to Shawnee. Circulation's right here where Val is. Let's go to Val Castor, get an update from him. Val, that storm has weakened some. You're looking at the updraft. Give us an update. What do you see? Go ahead.
Okay, David. It is a big bell-shaped updraft right in front of us. I still sense some broad, weak rotation with this, but you're right. The whole thing is weakened in about the past 15 minutes or so. We do have some ragged or maybe disorganized-looking lowerings right in the middle of that, but there's still some weak broad-scale rotation, but nothing really tight and nothing looking really threatening right at the moment. But you know how fast things can change, so we'll keep watching it, David.
All right, stay with it there, and Val. It's like you said, not on the ground, but that's the updraft. Val's right there, Val and Amy, and we'll see what it does. And again, that's a big storm. It has not produced any major tornadoes. Jim Gardner had one small, tiny tornado north of Lake Thunderbird. Okay, down south, Bobby Payne has seen a lot of tornadoes today. That one violent tornado, actually we had two violent tornadoes today down here with this storm. And this other storm now has got a tornado on the ground now, like we said, north of Wapanucka. It's headed towards Colgate. You folks in Colgate, Atoka, boy, I tell you what, you've got to go to your safe spot, okay? You got to go to your safe spot right now. It's crossing Highway 48 right now, south of Lula, and also Fitztown. Let's see, what is Tom? What does Bobby see? Let's go to Bobby Payne. Bobby's right here. Let's take Bobby's shot full screen. Bobby's right here. Bobby, I know you're going through the trees. You're behind a portable Doppler radar. They're out doing research today, and as you can imagine, a good day to do that. Give us an update on what you're seeing, Bobby.
Bobby. Okay, we'll find Bobby right now. We don't have his audio at the moment, but we're looking at the different storms. He's tracking it right there. He's near Roff. He's actually well to the east of Roff. He's closer now to Fitztown as this storm is progressing towards the east. I think the tornado warning is going to be dropped on that storm that Bobby is on. There's now a severe thunderstorm warning for Lula and Stonewall, so that one's weakening. The stronger storms, definitely the one over Highway 48 further south near Wapanucka. That's the one headed south of Colgate and north of Atoka. So David was saying folks in that area definitely need to be in their safe spot.
Yeah, and you know, this two large storms down here, and actually we have three down there as well. Let's go back to Storm Shield 9. Bobby Payne's there. This is the one that produced the long track tornado that did the damage back to the west, back to the southwest about an hour and a half ago. And then here's Wapanucka. This storm is the one that's still tornadic, okay, north of Wapanucka. And then Fitztown, Bobby Payne's right there. This storm is no longer tornadic. It is still spinning, but no longer a tornado warning on that. And Bobby Payne, he does not see a tornado with that. This one, though, I think this storm is still producing a tornado. I think it's still on the ground with at least tennis ball size hail north of Wapanucka. It's headed towards Atoka. If you know anybody in Atoka, call them, give them a heads up. Let's jump south, a little bit farther south here, Lacey. And it's now east of Durant. Possible tornado on the ground south of Highway 70, moving almost due east. Possible tornado now south of I-70, east of Durant. East of Durant. Okay, let's come back north. Let's come back north. And
Alan's got a shot, too.
Okay, we'll go to Alan here. We'll go to everybody coming up. Let's come back north. And I want to point out the storm coming into Stillwater, where Darren is, it's weak, it's severe. It's not tornadic, what I mean by weak. It's a severe storm, nickel and dime, quarter-size hail. And then the one also east of Langston. Those are both spinning. Those are both supercells, but a lot of supercells, obviously we have a lot of those, and a lot of them always turn, but they don't always produce tornadoes, okay? So just keep that in mind. But tornado possibly developing up here. We'll check in with Hank coming up in a few minutes. Kelly? And Amanda, a lot going on. A couple of big tornadoes today, a lot of damage, a lot to talk about. Back to you guys.
Yeah, that tornado that you guys tracked across Garvin County has proven to be deadly, and it was, you could tell, it was a very serious tornado.
We heard just now from the Garvin County Sheriff Larry Rhodes, and he confirms that one person has died because of that tornado. We're working to get more information, but we're also hearing and seeing the damage firsthand as well.
Yeah, well, the report is right now 3 homes destroyed down there. I'm sure there are more that have damage. It is a fairly sparsely populated area to the southeast of Elmore City where this tornado did most of the damage, but still it found some homes there, and so we do have a confirmed fatality down there, at least 3 homes that have been totaled, and maybe more damage.
We have crews going down there right now. They're on the scene. Of course, our storm trackers have had a chance to look at the area as well. As soon as we get any more information, we will toss it back or give it to you. But here is a look at that damage there from Sky News 9. You can see the trees shredded there, ripped apart, and semis overturned. We saw a trailer overturned there, another semi overturned right there.
Getting ready to see a home demolished here at the top of this shot, I'm pretty sure. Jim, they'll tilt up here in just a second. There it is.
This is right near Old State Highway 29, just west of I-35. Basically, it's about 65 miles or so south of Oklahoma City.
Look at that. That house took a direct hit. David, that's serious damage down there.
Yeah, you know, and guys, this was a multiple vortex tornado. At one point, it was at least, we think, about 1/4 of a mile wide. And we have some of that video here. After we lose this piece, we have video of the tornado. But guys, that's going to be EF2, maybe EF3. And I've seen some damage. It's going to be EF3 damage for sure, depending on the home and how well it was built and things like that. But, boy, this is not good. This was down in Garvin County, again, a couple hours ago. And we were tracking this tornado live. And Tom Pastrana was on it, and quite a bit of damage down there. And like Kelly and Amanda were saying, 1 fatality. So sad. 1 fatality so far. Okay, so there you go. Let's talk about what's going on, and you can see the shear rate with this storm, what it's been doing. This is what we call our shear swath. It really, once it moved east across the highway, this thing really went away. It weakened and quickly, so that's a good thing. And the tornado, is the tornado warning still on that?
As it goes south of Roff, let me take it out further. I believe it has been dropped.
Okay,
yes,
yeah.
It has been dropped.
Yeah, okay, should be dropped, and it has been, so that's good news there. Okay, let's back out just a little bit here. And so these are now in southern Pontotoc County, way down here. This storm now over Shawnee, the tornado warning has been dropped. This storm continues to weaken quickly now over Shawnee. You can get damaging winds. You can get damaging winds with this. All right, you can get that for sure. But right now, it's moving through Shawnee with maybe some small hail, nickel and dime, maybe some quarter-size hail. And Vaughn's right there looking right at it. But this continues to weaken as it's going to cross I-40 and head up towards Centerview and head up towards Prague. But no longer severe. No longer severe. Let's go back north. Talk about what's happening up here. And there you go. These are supercells now. One north of Perkins. Darren's right there. And Darren Stevens, he's right there looking right at it. And he's coming back to the north, and also the other severe storm south and east of Cole that we're tracking. Okay, boy, this storm up north is really ramping up.
The hook is very impressive now.
Okay, let's go back to Hank, and then we'll do a storm track on it. There's Lake McMurtry. Again, it's moving due east. Boy, it sure is. It's moving due east. Okay, let's go to Hank. Hank, the storm it's moving due east now. It's moving 090. Okay, moving 090. Yeah. Give us an update. You see it on the ground? Boy, it's developing quickly. Give us an update on that.
It is not on the ground, but you can see this huge rotating wall cloud right in front of me. And this is going to be just north of Lake Carl Blackwell, and it's going to be just west of Lake McMurtry. It's probably over Lake McMurtry right now. It's about 3 miles to my east. You can see this whole thing. I'll stop up here on the hill. You can see this whole thing is just dense, but I mean, I don't see any real pronounced funnels or anything, but this whole wall cloud is just spinning like a top, the whole base of the storm.
Okay.
Wow, look at that motion.
Okay, all right, Hank, I want you to be aware that you're going to run out of road here real quick. So you need to be looking at, you need to be looking at your roads because you're going to have to get back. What's that?
2 miles, there's 150.
Okay, all right, yeah. Justin, he's got it. Justin will help you out here, but we got to keep going east. I don't want you to get behind it too far. We got to get you out ahead of this thing. Let's see what's, there's Hank's shot. Okay, let's go to, do we have Alan's shot? Alan? There's Alan's shot. He's in behind it, though, quite a ways. Alan's getting up to it. Okay, so here's your storm track. Once again, the tornado is going to be right here. You just saw the picture from Hank Brown, Hank and Patty. It's not on the ground. You just saw it live. It's not on the ground yet, but Lake McMurtry, 553, Glencoe, 621, West Point, 629, Stone Wolf Casino, 637. Stone Wolf Casino, 637. Quay, 645. Yale, 646. Merrimack, 649. And the TP Casino at 652. All right? TP Casino, 652. All right, moving due east. It's going to go north of Stillwater, but not by much. All right, it's going to go north of town unless it turns right. Boy, it's really ramping up. It's getting stronger for sure. Okay, let's go back to Hank. I hear him. Let's go back to Hank Brown. Let's take his shot. And Hank,
150.
There it is.
Hey, David.
Yeah, go ahead, Hank.
I think this thing is starting to turn more southeast. I was on the north edge of it. Well, look at a funnel right in front of us, right over the road. We've got a funnel.
Yep.
But I think this storm is anchoring and starting to turn southeast. So Stillwater, you need to have your heads up. This may turn and go to Stillwater, David.
No,
you see a large funnel right in front of us. This is going to be very near Lake McMurtry. It's about 2 miles east of me. This whole thing is bad.
Yeah, and we can see it in your shot.
I don't see anything on the ground.
Yeah, we got 2 cones here. Looks like there's 2 areas of spin. Hank, is it the piece in the background? Is it the funnel in the background? I'm looking at your video is a little fuzzy right now. Your video is a little bit fuzzy.
Focus the camera. Yeah, it's right over the road. Just that hang down right over the road is it.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this feeding in on the northwest side. He's looking east. See the wrap? It's wrapping in on the northwest side. There's a collar on the left side of the wall cloud. Hank's going to get right up underneath this. And
really spinning right now.
Oh, yeah. Look at the condensate. Look at the condensate form. As the pressures are lowering, this is underneath the mesocyclone. As this thing is spinning, right? Remember, this thing goes up 30, 40,000 feet. It depends on how deep the mesocyclone is. But this is a pretty deep one. And this is low pressure. And this, again, low pressure works its way down from top to bottom. As the pressures get lower, you start to get condensate. Then you get the wall cloud. And then you get the cone or the funnel. And then you end up with the tornado. We'll see. And Hank, is it what? There it is. Well, I'll tell you what, Hank, it's really wrapping. Keep going east. What do you think?
Yeah, it's sitting right here and spinning right in front of us.
Okay. Are you going to keep going east, or what are you going to do?
Yeah, well, I'm only about a mile from it. I am right up underneath the edge of the lip.
Okay.
And right here, I'm getting hammered with northwest winds. That tells you where I'm at on it. And it's just spinning. This whole thing is spinning. This whole top, it's about 1.5 miles wide, probably. And you can see our funnel is kind of dissipated. There's another little area that's just to my north that's coming back into it. Let's see what it does. It's coming back towards me.
Hey, do me a favor. Keep going east. Get up on that hill up there. You're kind of in a valley. Get up on that hill. Okay, I'm just curious what it looks like up there. Yeah, I don't want you to miss your road, but I don't want something to try to spin out on the north side of the mesocyclone, which is going to be to your left, and you not see it because you're in that valley. Yeah, get up on that hill and then look back to your left.
And as he's doing that, I'm just kind of looking down further east. This will be approaching, if it holds together, this will be approaching the airport on the north side of Stillwater. So that's the airport. That's going to be about 4 miles to the north of the OSU campus. Yep. And there's several homes all along there.
Yeah, and we were saying the airport earlier, about an hour ago, on the north side of town. So there it is. That's the airport. That's the OSU, or the Stillwater Airport. You can see the runway. And it's going to go right down the runway. There's Hank's GPS. There's the hook. All right, there's the hook. Hank's looking right at it. Where's Hank's shot again? Okay, he's going to get east, and we'll see. Boy, look at the hook. Look at the hook now, folks. This thing is really hooking big. Really hooking big now. Look at the hail. I hear Hank, he's got 2 areas of circulation. 2 areas of circulation now. And let's go to shear rate. Let's go to shear rate. Then we're going to do a storm track. Oh, yeah. There we go.
Hank has an update.
All right, let's go to Hank. Hank, go ahead. You're on. It continues to strengthen.
Okay, David. My funnel that was just east of me is now sucked into this northern area of rotation. You can see this wall cloud is really cranking. I'm just a little bit west of Lake McMurtry. Of course, you can probably see where I'm at on GPS. I think I'm 2 or 3 miles west of there. But it's just north of Lake Carl Blackwell, just west of Lake McMurtry if it's not on it. But you can see right here, this northern circulation is what's taken over and it's got a real tight rotation. I don't see anything on the ground. I don't see anything extending down, but you can see just this chaotic motion right here as this thing is rotating very rapidly, David.
Hey, Hank, real quick, I want you to get east. I don't want you to get caught behind it. Let's get out ahead of this thing, okay? So go east, and Justin is helping you out here on the roads. Let's go east, do your mile south thing or whatever, then get back east. It's over Lake McMurtry right now. Yeah, keep going east, though. Keep moving. Keep moving. I want you to be right there. I want you to be right there if it does something, okay? You're right there. You're in a good spot, but I want you to be closer, and I want you to be farther east. Let's go back to radar here. Okay, let's go back to Hank. Tornado on the ground. There it is. Go ahead, Hank.
Right here. See it right here in front of me, about a half a mile. I'm going to get up on top of this hill.
There it is. Okay. All right, keep going. Keep going east. Tornado on the ground now. Here we go. You're seeing it live on News 9. So, okay, yeah, get out of the valley. Tornado on the ground. Let's go to velocity data. Let's get his shot back up. Let's come back to that. Let's go to radar. Let's go to storm shield. And there it is. Over Lake McMurtry. Over Lake McMurtry now. That's what the tornado is on this little road. It's road 580. That's what the tornado is. Hank's going to make a right. He's going to go to an airport road. It's right over the lake. It's coming into the lake right now.
On the lake, I think. That looks like vapor right here.
It is. It's on the lake. Go up on top of the hill. Let's go back to Hank's shot. Let's go to Hank's shot. Hang on. Let's go to Hank's shot. Okay, hang on here.
So right past that house, there's dirt in the air, but I can also see water on the lake.
Yeah, I see spray right here. That could be.
And it's about a half a mile between those two. The lake is on the south side, and the dirt being pulled up is just north of that, about a half mile. It's a big rotation, guys.
Okay, there you go. So tornado on the ground. Tornado warning continues. Tornado warning continues for western Payne County, northwestern Payne County, and southeastern Noble County. There's a circulation above his head. There's a circulation. Hank, is it still on the ground?
I still see dirt being kicked up. I don't see the funnel all the way to the ground, but I still see dirt being kicked up.
Okay, hey, back out of your shot just a second. Look at the spin.
Back out. Yeah, there it is. It's on the ground.
Where is it?
Right above that tall tree. Right above that tall tree is where I'm there, right behind it.
Okay, there it is. There's the tall tree. This is where the tornado is. He's looking at. There's the wall cloud, and he's right there. All right, there it is.
Right now, it's right on Lake McMurtry because I'm being cut off by the lake.
Right, it's on. Yes,
it's
on the lake.
Right on Lake McMurtry.
Okay.
We saw the spray coming off of it. We saw dirt up to about a half a mile north of it being lifted up as well. So this whole area is a huge rotation, and there's vortices underneath it in all of the areas there. So there's not one big tornado on the ground, but if this rotation all fills in, there is going to be a big tornado on the ground, David.
Okay.
I have updates for you here on just exactly where this location is. So right now, it's about 6 miles to the west of Highway 177. If it keeps going on this same line, it's going to go about 5 miles to the north of the OSU campus. And that you're seeing is the Cimarron Turnpike spur. That's the yellow that you see there coming into 177. It'll be very near that if it keeps moving in the same direction to the east.
Can we take off this yellow line here?
Sure.
Let's take that off so we don't confuse everybody at home. Just for a second. This is a spur right here, right? This is the Turnpike spur.
Yes.
There's the airport, okay, in OSU. That's OSU's airport. There's a tornado. It just crossed the lake. Hank's getting in a better position now, and he's got to go south, and he's going to come back east. And we've had the tornado on the ground. We're assuming it's still on the ground. Hank, is it still on the ground right now? I know you're trying to kind of getting a little out of position here going south. What do you think?
You can watch the dome cam right now. I've got the dome cam on it. I don't see anything on the ground right now, but this whole area is still spinning. Take your tornado precautions. This is a huge rotating wall cloud, guys.
Yes.
So, even if it's not on the ground, take your precautions.
Okay, and here's what's cool. Hank's driving south. He's got a camera on his dome like Val does, and so he's driving away from the tornado, and you can still see the tornado behind him because of his dome camera that's on top of his chase unit. So it's pretty cool. Our trackers have that. So when they're trying to get away or get in a better position, we turn on the roof cam, and we can still see the area of circulation, so we never miss it. That's what the tornado, that's what it looks like. Big wall cloud, big rotating wall cloud. And here it is now. It went across Lake McMurtry. We think it produced a tornado over Lake McMurtry. It's headed due east down McMurtry Road. It's going right down and just north of McMurtry Road.
They're sounding the sirens in Stillwater.
Sounding the sirens. There you go, in Stillwater. Good call. Good call. Right now, it's going to have to make a big, hard move to the right to come into downtown Stillwater, okay? We're watching it. You're seeing it like we're seeing it live right here on News 9. And once again, Hank has had that tornado on the ground for a couple of minutes. It was weak. It was a weak tornado, but nonetheless, still a tornado. It would do damage if it were going through your neighborhood or if it were to hit your house.
And for folks in Stillwater, Darren is in Stillwater.
Okay, Darren is in Stillwater. And, okay, I see Darren's shot. Let's take Darren's shot. Control room while Hank gets back in position. Control room, Darren's shot. And that is not it. That's Vaughn's shot. Nope, let's find it. I'm looking at it. I see the circulation coming at. He's looking off to his north. There it is. There you go, Darren. Darren, you're looking at it. That's the area of circulation. Are you looking off to your northwest? Give us an update.
Yeah, we sure are, David. Hey, Justin.
Darren.
I'm just telling you, we're going north.
No.
Okay, no. Okay, we'll find him. There it is. That's the area of circulation. Okay, Darren's looking off. Darren's going north. And, hey, Justin, let's figure out the phone thing. Let's get Darren north. And I hear a lot of chatter going on, so let's figure out what's going on. I hear a lot of talking. Let's get everybody figured out. Okay. That's Darren's shot. He's north of Stillwater, or he's actually in Stillwater. And let's go back. There it is. That's the lowering now. And Vaughn is way down south. This is going to be Darren Stevens again, just north of Stillwater, looking back at the area of circulation. Okay, let's go back to Storm Shield 9. And here it is, area of spin. Right here. There it is. That's the area of spin now.
It's jumped north a couple miles.
Yeah, it has. It's jumped north. West Glencoe Road, and between there and McMurtry Road.
Really right on the Payne-Noble County line.
Yeah, right now. It's crossing out of Noble County into Payne County, and then it's going to get back through all of Payne County. Far northern, northwestern Payne County, tornado warning for you, moving east-northeast. It's lifted a little bit farther north. What it does is it moves east, it lifts, sometimes when it's weakening, and then when it begins to strengthen again, it'll turn more right and go back east again, all right? So it moves east, moves.
It was moving east, and then it looked like it started to move, or it was moving a little bit southeast, and then now it looks like it's starting to move east a little bit. So it's kind of wobbling around a little bit. So just keep that in mind, folks, as you're watching, that this is wobbling north and south. So it may be a couple of miles north of you, or it may be right on you.
Yep. Hey, Hank, here's the deal. It's wobbled a little farther left. It looks like to me it's going to put down a multiple vortex tornado.
I think so, David. We're seeing little suction spots all underneath it.
Yeah, Hank, look at your video. Look how fast your video is changing right before our eyes. Look how fast this is.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, there's right above that tree. There's another. Yeah, I can see.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. You take your eyes off this. I'm telling you, you leave the living room, you come back, and here we go. This thing will be on the ground. Oh, boy, this thing is ramped up. Boy, let's go to velocity data. Strongest it's been all day. All right, strongest it's been all day. There's Hank's shot. This is that. All right, there's where the tornado is. Let's do some velocity data here. Let's just get an estimate here. We know it's on the ground. It's not that strong yet. We've got 80, and then 80. Yeah, it's stronger. Okay, 20, 100, 125, 105. I mean, okay. So right now it's a weak tornado, and here it is. There's where the tornado is, right here.
That's North Country Club Road and Glencoe Road.
There it is.
In Payne County.
Right, North Country Club. It's now out of Noble County. It's in northwestern Payne County. It's on the ground. It's a small, weak tornado, multiple vortices. It's put down a couple of what we call suction spots. It strengthens. We get a couple of small tornadoes. It dances, and goes back up. Sometimes when it begins to do that, it ramps down, it ramps up, and we get a bigger tornado on the ground. His shot is frozen right now.
While you're looking at that, I'm just going to tell you, across the metro, across all of central Oklahoma, no storms. The storms up north, barely even severe. They've moved into Kansas. This is really the only game in our entire area.
Yeah, this is it. And this is it. In Oklahoma City, we have nothing going on here. All right, we're doing okay. This has been all east of us. Now, this storm, some of this did come through the metro, and it was taken off. What am I looking at in Darren's shot there? Okay. Here you go. There's Hank's shot did update. Well, there it is. It is ramped up. Okay, so there it is. All right, let's go back to Pathfinder. Let's do a storm track, and we'll talk about the Perkins storm as well. Okay? And there's the northern storm. Tornado warning continues. It is not in Noble County anymore. The tornado is in Payne County. It's in northwestern Payne County. And this, I tell you what, if you live in Glencoe, it's coming your way. This line, we need to maybe bring this just slightly to the north, just a few degrees. All right, not by much, just to be safe. But Glencoe, you're still in the line of fire. 628 in Glencoe, West Point 635, Stone Wolf Casino 643, Cody at 652, Merrimack at 655, and Jennings at 707. Tornado warning continues for northern and northwestern Payne County. Stillwater, obviously you're out of it. This thing is lifted north of you. And there's a tornado right here. That's where it is. And Hank's going to get back in position here in just a second. Yep, he's coming up. Here's Hank. He's right here. He needs to get east and get back north, Justin.
Hank can see it on the ground.
Let's go back to Hank. Hank, give us an update. You just said it's on the ground. Go ahead. We have your shot. Go ahead, Hank.
Yeah, look at the video. Right there, you can see the tornado on the ground. I'm on, I think, Cottonwood Road or 180th, I believe, and I'm moving north, and it's just to my northeast. Bronco Road. Bronco Road? Bronco Road. It's just to my northeast, and it's moving east. But you can see multiple suction spots on the road with this, David. Right there, as we come across this hill. Yeah, I can see debris being pulled off the ground. I can see debris in the air. It's trees or it's something, but I can see pieces of debris in the air. And David, it looks like it's leaping north. I'm actually moving north now a couple of miles, and it's still to my northeast. So it looks like it's running a bit north all of a sudden.
It is.
Oh, here's a large cone.
Okay, hang on. Let's take Hank's shot full screen, control room. Take his shot. Show us the cone. There it is.
I'm coming into some trees, but
there it is.
As soon as I get past
larger tornado now. Largest tornado of the day. There it is. North of Stillwater. North of Stillwater. There it is. Live on News 9. Hank and Patty Brown looking right at it. He'll get out of these trees. Fairly substantial tornado, at least an EF1, possibly an EF2. Possibly. He'll get out of these trees. And, yeah, he's going down some dirt right now. That tornado is on the ground. It's right here. He's going to come out, and you're going to see it here in just a second. There's somebody in front of him. I hope he knows what he's doing. Hope that guy knows what he's doing. If not, he probably should get behind Hank. Okay. All right. Let's go back to radar here. Hank, he's down in the valley. He's in a bad. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. There you go. It just crossed West Glencoe Road, and it's about 3 miles from Hank. There it is. There's Hank's shot. It's back up again. There's a tornado. It's right here. It's lifting to the northeast, and I tell you what, it's going to keep moving northeast, east-northeast now. It's making a lift. It's lifting. It's lifting. All right. There you go. Looks like it occluded too. It occluded and lifted north.
It's about 7-8 miles north of Stillwater. So this is going to go well north of Stillwater.
Here's downtown Stillwater. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In between 7 and 8. Right here. Right here. Okay. There it is. Alan's coming in from the north. So we are slicing and dicing this thing. Darren now. And the tornado is going to be crossing 177 here shortly. It's going to be crossing 177 here shortly. Let's get a rate. Let's go to shear rate. Let's just give us an update on that. Okay, there it is. It's back to the west. It's right here. Area of circulation at West Glencoe Road, just north of there. And that's going to be Lone Chimney Road. It's crossing Lone Chimney Road right now, west of 177, 1, 2, about 3 miles. 3 miles west of 177. Tornado continues. And we lost Hank's shot.
He's in a bad area right now.
Okay, let's keep looking for his shot. Do we have him on the Gettner, Hank? What do you see right now? Give us an update.
We don't have him right now.
Okay, he's in a bad shot, real bad area. We've lost his stream and we've lost his audio. Okay, what's Darren looking at? Darren's coming in. Darren's headed north. Let's take Darren's shot. Let's take Darren's shot. Darren, what do you see? You're coming in from the south. Do you see the tornado looking to your northwest? Give us an update.
Hank. Go to Hank.
Okay, let's go back to Hank. Hank, go ahead. Let's go back to Hank Brown and get an update on Hank.
Sorry. Big old large tornado straight north of me. There's a wide, large, white tornado. It looks like this thing ramped up and moved, started jumping north and east. I was right on the edge of it, and I've moved multiple miles north, and it's still to my north right now, and I'm on McMurtry Road or Burris Road is what my map shows. And I believe I'm just west of 177, and it's going to be to my north. So it's going to be west of 177, and it's north of my location.
Yep. No, you're right, Hank. It's lifted way to your north. So, matter of fact, the tornado is probably 4 miles to your northeast right now, and it's pulling away from you. It took off.
Yeah, it took off. I mean, it tornadoed, and then all of a sudden it got big and it moved left, which was kind of unusual.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's racing north now.
Yeah, I think your shot's back up. Can you see the tornado in your shot?
I put the dome cam on.
Okay, let's go back to Hank's shot. Control room. Let's bring up Hank's shot.
I'm turning north on Sanger Road.
Okay.
And the tornado is going to be north of me here in just a minute.
Okay.
I'm getting ready to come out of some trees.
Yep. Okay, let's go back to Storm Shield 9 while he gets in a better position here. Here's Glencoe Road. This is going to be Independence. To our north, Independence Road. The Cimarron Turnpike is here. Tornado is right there. There's a tornado.
It's about to cross back into the southern parts of Noble County, southeast parts of Noble County.
Yeah, it sure is. It's going to go back into far southern Noble. Alan Brosey's to the north. And Justin, is Alan moving? His GPS has him stopped. He needs to get east to 177 and get south right now. 177 and get south. Okay, tell him to make a turn. Tell me to make a turn at 177. Let's go to Alan Brosey. Let's go to Alan Brosey.
We're on 177 now. We're turning south.
Okay, Alan, do you see the tornado? It's 3 miles to your south. Do you see the tornado? Give us an update.
Okay, David, we don't see it just yet. We're in headquarters. Give us a second here. We're going to be right into it in about a minute and a half. We'll get back with you.
Okay, all right, be safe.
David Morrison needs to really start paying attention to this.
Yeah. I totally agree. Tornado continues on the ground. Let's back out just a bit here. Here's Alan coming in from the north.
Hank has another update.
Here's Darren. And let's go back to Hank. Hank, take Hank's shot. There's a tornado. Let's go to Hank. There's a tornado in a shot. Hank, there's a tornado.
Yeah, David.
Yep, go ahead, Hank.
David, it's about Glencoe Road. I'm on Steer Road coming up on Glencoe Road, and it's to my north. But if you look at this back out, you can see the whole updraft base is spinning. It looks like a dying supercell when they have these really rapid rotations.
Yeah,
it's
shrinking.
There is.
Okay. All right, Hank, you're having some audio problems. This supercell looks like it's probably shrinking a little bit, and that's why the tornado is becoming elongated, and you can see it hanging out the back. But it doesn't mean the game's over with by any means, but that tornado is still on the ground. You can see it in Hank's shot. Tornado continues on the ground. Hank's right there looking right at it. And let's go back to it here. Here's Darren.
Darren has it.
Let's go back to Darren. Darren, let's take Darren's live shot. Let's take his stream, control room. Let's get an update from Darren Stevens. Darren, go ahead. Give us an update.
Yeah, David, it is a very large cone tornado, and it is definitely on the ground. And at times you can see debris flying in the air, but it's going to be exactly about 1 mile to my due west.
Okay, hey, Darren, can you pull over? Can we see the tornado? Can you turn your camera towards the tornado?
Yeah, it's right there, David.
Okay. Yeah, let's see this thing, and then we'll get back to radar data here.
There, just keep it.
Okay, well.
Rope.
Yep, you'll get it figured out. Let's go back to let's go back to Storm Shield 9. Let's go back to Storm Shield. We'll go back to Darren when he gets it figured out here in just a second. Okay, so 177. Alan's coming in from the north. There's Darren right there. He's looking right back at it right here. That's where Darren's looking, okay? Hank is to the south of it, looking off to the north. It's still in Hank's shot. And I don't see it in Darren's shot. I don't see it. Not yet, but tornado's going to be still on the ground. Let's back out just a bit. Lacey, let's kind of get our bearings straight here. Here's Morrison. And, again, this is Noble County. This is Payne County. This is Pawnee County. All right, and Morrison is in the panhandle, if you will, of Noble County. The city of Morrison. Tornado, at least right now, it's coming your way. Let's do a storm track. It might go south of you, but not by much. It's trying to lift into you a little bit. It might go south of you. It's going to be close, isn't it? Because
Very
Pathfinder
close.
and Storm Shield, look at where the hook is versus, see that? We've got Morrison on the north side. There it is. That's the tornado right here. Alan Brosey's coming in from the north. Alan's in at least quarter, if not golf ball size hail.
Can you come to Hank, please?
Yep, let's go to Hank. Let's go to Hank. Hank, take Hank's shot.
David.
There it is, Hank.
David,
Tornado on the ground.
Yeah, look at it. And this whole thing, it's a huge white cone. It's just an elephant trunk. It's right in front of it. We actually have tree debris falling on it. Right. We are at Sanger Road, where Sanger Road dead ends into Road 53. So that's where we're at, and it's just north of us right here, Noble Road. So I'm at Sanger and Noble, and I'm looking due north at this intersection, and you can see just this beautiful, massive tornado right in front of us. It appears that it's out in the middle of the field. I've seen debris that it's leaves and trees, so that's a good thing. Hopefully there's no homes or anything in this. Turn the dome cam on. I'm in reproduction. Right. So, but it's still to my north, and it almost looks like it's roping out, but it's the biggest rope tornado I've ever seen. Most of the time, these rope tornadoes are real small. This one is not. This is a, can I go north here? Yes. This is a big rope tornado. Oh, God. I don't know what kind of road I'm on now, if it's a road, but we're going to get right up next to this.
Wow, look, Hank, it looks like a piece of rope that's been severed, and it's just unraveling. So it's see all the sinking motion around the tornado? It's definitely weakening. It's still a strong tornado, no doubt about it, but it is unraveling. Hank, just keep going north here. I think you're going north. Go back north to see what that thing looks like over the hill. Do you see debris in the air? Okay.
Hank, put Hank on.
Okay. Hey, Hank. There's no Hank. Okay, let's go to...
There, it's still on the ground, though. I still have a suction board seat on the ground.
Okay, all right. Hang on, Hank. Let's go to Alan. Let's go to Alan Brosey. Let's take Alan's shot and get an update from him. And, Alan, there it is. It's roping out. Go ahead. Give us a quick update.
Okay, David, it's still roping out. The rotation up in the cloud, though, is still strong, even though the tornado itself is roping out. We are on 177 looking due west. Be advised, the people to my immediate GPS location and north are still in danger of a possible tornado touchdown and large hail. We've got hail 1.5 inches in diameter right now falling. And this rotation is about 1.5 miles to our west, and looks like it's going to move to our slightly east-northeast. David, back to you.
All right, thank you. Good job there, Alan, on the northeast side of that thing. Okay, let's go back to Hank. And, Hank, this thing looks like it's completely gone. It looks like it's just gone away. It's weakened. Let's get an update from you, Hank. Go ahead. Give us an update.
That's right, David. It's lifted. I'm looking out of my sunroof, and I have leaves falling on me, and I can see some rotation in the cloud base. But it has lifted. The cone is gone. The tornado roped out. It is not on the ground at this moment.
Okay.
It looks like we're coming up on Independence, and that's about where the tornado lifted. I'm on North 3310 Road, coming up to Road 510 for the folks that live out here, and that's where this dying circulation is. But it really looks like it's roped out to me. So, David, you tell me, does it look like it's occluding and that it's going to recycle back to the east and southeast?
That mesocyclone, that circulation, yeah, it's definitely lost that. No doubt about it, Hank. And, I mean, look, it's completely gone. There's the meso, what's left of it to your right. And you still have some debris, it looks like, still suspended in the air. It looks like a little debris suspended in the air, but that tornado is gone. That is gone.
It's gone. Like I say, I still have leaves falling on me.
Yeah.
Put it on the dome cam and shoot it to the east there. But yeah, it's gone. I mean, that's a good thing for the people out here.
Yeah.
And I don't really see any rapid rotation or lowering right now either. That's worrisome to me. So we're gonna come up here to this next road, which I believe is Independence, and then we're gonna move east just to see what the rest of the mesocyclone looks like.
Okay. All right, let's do that. Let's go back east. It's not over yet. It's still a big storm. And actually, the hail core is getting bigger. The hail core is getting larger. Hank, it looks like it might try to reform a new meso a little farther east of you and Alan and Darren. Obviously, it's moving away from you right now, but it's going to be farther to your east. There might be another inflow notch developing just to your east here. We'll have to wait and see. So you guys keep going east with it. Come up closer. Start heading towards State Highway 108, State Highway 108, and we need to keep moving east and see what this thing does. But we know that it's produced already a tornado on the ground off and on for the last half hour. And look at the hail in here. This is going to be golf ball size hail, and there might even be some tennis ball size hail now crossing the Cimarron Turnpike. and then it's going to cross State Highway 108, okay? And the hook's right here. This is where the hook, yeah, it looks like it's redeveloping, guys. It looks like it's redeveloping to your east.
Getting reports on Twitter of golf ball size hail.
Yeah, coming into just south of Morrison.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, golf ball size hail crossing the Cimarron Turnpike. Okay, so let's back out. Let's get our bearings straight here, make sure there's nothing else. And again, we've been watching everything. Little storm in Red Rock, not doing a whole lot, nothing crazy, nothing severe out of that. Another storm now coming into Ingalls, and it's not crazy either, headed towards Yale. Nothing out of that. It's jumping up and down. Okay, let's back out a little bit more. Storms in northern Oklahoma, north of Renfro. They are strong, and they're moving east, but nothing nutty out of that right now. Going to be some hail and wind with that. You folks in Renfro, that storm, though, pretty much close to being severe. Could come into, again, Renfro, possibly. Let's zoom on into that real quick, Lacey. Just make sure. Yeah, it's definitely coming into Renfro. Okay, there's Highway 81, Caldwell, Kansas. It's moving due east. So Renfro, severe storm coming into you, winds 60 to 70 miles an hour, and then also back to Bremen. Bremen, it's moving almost due east. So Bremen, prepare for another severe storm to come your way. Okay, let's back out, and let's come back south here. And what's going on down in southern Oklahoma? It's out of our viewing area, down near Colgate. Bobby's still down there. What is Bobby looking at? His shot's frozen. He's down here, way down here. It's kind of hard to get a signal out. But still tornado warnings continue for north of Atoka and well east of Durant. That looks like to me that's probably on the ground down there. So, boy, two big bad storms for sure down there. Bobby Payne's there looking right at it. Okay, let's come back to the northwest, a little storm west of Colgate. Nothing nutty out of that. And outside of that, that is it. This is really the only game in town right now as far as our viewing area goes, is this storm up here that's produced multiple tornadoes here the last hour or so. Had a couple of multiple vortexes, tornadoes, and then we had the one cone that basically took over. All right, so let's zoom into Payne County, and let's take another look at this. Yeah, it's still there. The hook's right here now. It's reformed now west of Glencoe. Well, Morrison's getting some big hail right now. Big hail going through Morrison. And it's headed towards Pawnee, all right? It's definitely headed towards Pawnee. And we'll see what it does. Lacey, big storm, circulation now. There it is, redeveloping.
Yeah, I'm also watching these storms just to the south of that, David. Curious what they're going to mean to the updraft of the storm. Sometimes when these cells to the south merge in, they will actually kind of disrupt the circulation, disrupt that mesocyclone, and weaken the storms. It doesn't always happen, but we're kind of hoping that happens if this storm down south can lift up a little further north. Right now, it's a long way away. Hank's saying he's got another lowering again with this storm. So for the moment, it's not showing any signs of weakening. No, it's not. It's just cycling, and it's what we call a cyclic supercell that produces a tornado out of the mesocyclone, and that will weaken. It'll do its life cycle, whatever that is, whether it's a violent tornado or just a tornado like we've had, an EF1 or maybe an EF2 like we've had, and that goes away, and then a new mesocyclone develops, and we possibly get another tornado, and it's beginning to strengthen again. So Darren, Alan, and Hank, you guys keep coming east. Keep coming east. And hey guys, here's the deal. You guys don't want to go into the core and east. You want to keep on the southern sides of this. You go east into Morrison, you'll never see the updraft again. Can they hear me? Okay. Yeah, they don't need to go. We need to get Hank. Hank needs to be going south. Hank needs to be going south. He'll never get through the core. He'll be in baseballs and golf balls. Okay. So we got to get him south and east. We got to get him south and east to get back where it's going on. Okay, let's go back to Hank. Let's go back to Hank on the. Okay, go ahead, Hank. Yep.
David, right there in our lowering.
Yep, go ahead.
We have a lowering and a rainbow. It's crazy. But yeah, just to our southeast, we're on 177 now, headed back to the south. It did just what we thought it was going to do. After it broke out, it occluded, it cycled back up to the southeast. So now we're headed back south, and you can see that little white lowering. That's the updraft base, the new meso, or where the meso is taken over again. It's not, I mean, it's spinning, but it's not near like it was. It doesn't have that violent, rapid motion like it did. It's just kind of small spin, kind of recycling. It's not real strong, and I don't see anything like a funnel right now. Just a real low-hanging wall cloud with it, David.
All right, great job there, Hank. Great job, you and Patty. And, boy, you've seen a lot here the last hour with that tornado. Up and down, and right now it's lifted, but now we have a new area that is now beginning to rotate. Okay, let's go back to Pathfinder. And Hank, stay with it. Alan's coming in from the east, or excuse me, from the west. And circulation's right here. All right, it's right down in here. And there's what we've done with that. Pawnee, Rambo at 637, Pawnee 653, Cody 7 o'clock, and Skidee 707, and Blackburn at 720. All right, and this is getting on the eastern fringe of our viewing area. All right, we still have viewers right here, and we're still tracking it. Trackers will stay with it. All right, but Pawnee, if you live in Pawnee or south of Pawnee, you need to be thinking about what to do. All right, you need to be thinking about what to do, talking about that safe spot. All right, thinking about that safe spot. Tornado warning does continue for far southeastern Noble County and far southwestern Pawnee County. Tornado warning continues there. Jim Gardner's coming in from the south as well, so we're going to swarm this thing as this thing continues to get stronger. Also, this storm down here getting a little stronger as well, so we'll see what it does. Okay, let's go back to Storm Shield and see what it looks like. There it is. Getting better organized. There you go. And boy, big hail core. At least golf ball size hail. At least golf ball size hail. There's Darren. And Alan's coming in on the north side. Hank's coming in.
Hey, Justin.
And I hear Val.
The tornado passed just
okay.
into my house.
Yeah.
Inside, the babysitter saw it.
Yeah.
Let's go to Val.
Okay.
Go to Val.
Let's go to Val Castor. Hey, Val. Val,
yes, sir.
Yeah, you were telling your story. You're coming in from the south. What's that story you were telling us? Go ahead.
We can see the storm from here. We can see the base up here. We're headed north after that storm. I just want to let you know the tornado passed a mile or two north of my house, north of Stillwater, and evidently there is some damage up there. I'm not exactly for sure what the extent is, but anyway, north of the house there. So back to you, David.
All right, great job there, Val and Amy. They've had a long day, and they're coming in from the south. They've seen a lot today as well, and they're coming in from the south on this storm. Okay.
The tornado warning does include Pawnee now.
Okay, let's go back to Hank, and let's go back to Hank real quick. Storm Shield, and there's where Darren is. Tornado warning continues for Pawnee County and for Pawnee, the city of Pawnee. If you know anybody that lives there, give them a heads up. Tornado is going to be right back in here. Circulation getting stronger just north of Glencoe. And let's go to Hank. Let's take Hank's shot. That's what it looks like. There it is, Hank. Is it back on the ground?
Yeah.
Circulation continues.
No, David, and the circulation is really not even wrapped up that much where I would even think it's on the ground. There is broad circulation with it. We have a couple of different areas. There's an area right in front of me on this road, and then there's an area just to the southeast of me. But I don't see anything right now that tells me a tornado is imminent. We have a rotating wall cloud, but it's just kind of a slow rotation. It is not wrapped up tightly at this, David.
Okay. All right. Well, there it is. And you're looking right at it. If it's going to do something, it's going to be right out of that. And there's a lowering. There's a base. And this thing has already produced one tornado that was on the ground for several miles. It looks like it may be a 10-mile path, something like that, at least up and down, up and down on the ground. So we'll see. But Pawnee, prepare for large hail, golf ball size hail, if not larger, and damaging winds. Circulation, though, is back here. What's Darren looking at? Darren's got something. Let's take Darren's shot, and let's get Darren in here. Darren Stevens, you're right there looking right at it. What do you think? What do you see? Give us an update.
Darren dropped off.
Okay, Darren dropped off. There's his shot, though. We can see his shot, and he has that same lowering.
Okay, Hank, I got a new little area.
Okay, Hank's got a new area.
Right here, just in front of me, you can see it in my shot. See the strong rising motion, and the circulation is starting to increase again. This is just to my east. Let me see where I'm at here. It shows Long Branch on the map. I'm off in some country roads. I'm on Road 3350 and East-West 53 Road for those that live out here. Excuse me. But you can see this little area of circulation starting to ramp back up right here in front of us over the road. Go ahead and zoom in right here on that.
All right.
That's the area.
Okay.
I'm going to zoom in, not back out this way, but there you go. And yeah, right here is just a little bit of area of circulation that's kind of reformed just to my east. It looks like it's kind of starting to take off and move more to the east. This thing has moved all over the place. Wobbled north, and it's moved south, up southeast, and now it looks like it's starting to accelerate off to the east, David.
Yep, no, Hank, it is. It's lifted north a couple of times today. We'll stay up with that. We'll get back to you here in just a second. Let's go back down south here. Let's go to Tom and Rob, and let's take their shot, control room. And I hope this isn't way out. It is. It's what I think it is. It's a car Tom, was that flipped due to the tornado, or was that just was an accident? Give us an update on that. You're down there where the tornado crossed through.
Yeah, David, we're between Atoka and Colgate, and we've come across a damage path here. And right now they're working to cut someone out of that car. It looks like they flipped over due to a tornado. We can see the damage path from right to left here. I can't see any houses that have been hit, but this car did take the brunt of it here, and they are working to rescue that person or multiple people in there.
Hey, okay, Tom, if you can, pan your, I see the car upside down. The rescue workers are working on the car to extract them. Pan your camera a little bit left so we can see some of the damage down there just to see what it looks like. The power lines are still up. So that's, and there you go. There, yeah, there you go. There's some tornado damage right there. Okay, near Colgate. And
yeah,
sure
it doesn't
did.
look like really strong damage. Maybe EF1. A lot of the tree tops are cut. But yeah, this car did take the worst of it.
Yeah, and what's going on to the left of the highway? What's going on to your left? Any damage back there?
Yeah, it looks like there's some damage, and I do see a rescue fire truck that just went down a dirt road. But he's coming back, so I don't see any houses. There is a house to our left that looks like it's standing. A lot of the trees took the brunt of the damage.
Okay, all right, there we go. So down near Colgate, and trackers are down near Colgate right now, and that's Tom and Rob. This car was flipped. He thinks when the tornado crossed, he's in the middle of tornado damage path. And rescuers are trying to get somebody out that's underneath that. We don't know how high that car was flipped or how high it went in the air when it came back down, but that's not good, you know. And by then, this thing could have been wrapped in rain when it was crossing through there, and somebody just drove into it. So, okay, let's come back to Storm Shield and look at that storm. That's the Colgate. This is one of the storms down here, not tornadic anymore. There's Tom and Rob right there. That's where the accident is, just northwest of Atoka. That's the one that did produce the tornado. See that right there? That's it. That's the tornado. And the tornado warning does continue now east of Atoka, and then other tornado warnings going on south and east. Bobby Payne, well, he's way down there.
David, that did go very near the town of Lehigh, Oklahoma, and we're getting lots of tweets and Facebook posts from folks in that area posting pictures of the tornado. I have one right now on computer. If you want to go to that. This was the tornado a little bit earlier that did cause the damage that Tom is on. This picture comes to us from Jacqueline_S on Twitter, and that was just from, you know, probably 20 minutes ago as that went through the Lehigh area.
Wow, that is a big tornado, no doubt about it. So that's what's been going on down there. Now that was a storm that came out of just northwest of Atoka?
That's the one, yes, that Tom and Rob are on the damage of right now.
Yeah, that tornado would have done worse damage than where Tom and Rob are, but that's still bad, and that's worse. I mean, that's a big tornado, folks, and that was going on not that long ago. So, wow, that's crazy. Okay, that's that storm right here.
Yes.
It's right here. So circulation's still in here, moving northeast. Could easily still be on the ground. But, man, you get in here, and this is they're looking at mountains now. You're in southeast Oklahoma, and tracking a tornado down there is, oh, man, take a chainsaw with you. You know what I mean? You're cutting through trees. It's hard to see. Visibilities are bad. And a lot of chasers just don't chase in that part of the state because you can't see anything. Visibilities are just almost impossible. Mountains are higher, and the humidity's higher, and these tops of these storms will be just cutting through the mountains, and it's really, really hard to see. All right, Jim Gardner's coming in from the south now. Let's come back north. Let's come back north on this storm. Jim Gardner's coming in from the south. And let's zoom in here. By the way, is Marty Logan still up there in northwest Oklahoma?
Yeah, he's heading south from Pawnee.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's not in the northwest? He's not in that? Okay. No, I meant up where that other storm is up in Alfalfa County and Grant County.
Yeah, he was well east of
Okay. All right. Here it is. And, again, Jim Gardner's coming in from the south. Alan Brosey, let's go to Alan's shot. And Alan's right here looking at the updraft. Let's take Alan's shot, full screen. And, Alan, there it is. What do you think? A little tag hanging down there in the center. Is that a funnel or is that just a tag? Give us an update on that. And is it spinning?
It is a tag, but, David, it is rotating. It's about 2 miles to our north and east. Definitely rotating. Rotation is picking up again. It is lowering, but we don't have a full-fledged funnel yet. We're gonna hold this position for a minute, David. We'll get back with you on it. Thank you.
Okay, all right, here you go. We'll see what it does. And Alan, stay close to it. Let's go back up north here. Let's go to Storm Shield 9. And I want to point out this storm up here is really, really ramping up now. Southwest of Renfro, crossing Highway 81. We got a low-level lock on this currently. So this thing is really, really spinning. And it's moving just about due east, okay? So we'll keep an eye on that. You folks in Deer Creek, please watch this carefully. Medford is just east of you in Medford. It's going to head towards Blackwell, Deer Creek, and Bremen. All right, we really need to watch this storm. This storm has me concerned right now because it's getting stronger.
Yeah, that's not Deer Creek here in the metro.
No, not Deer Creek in northwest Oklahoma County. This is the other Deer Creek we have up in northern Oklahoma. All right, this is up in Grant County, the other Deer Creek. And that's what's going on up here. Here's the hook redeveloping there. Okay, let's go back south here quickly. Allen's shot looks impressive. Hank's shot does. Lowering there, getting stronger. Jim Gardner coming in from the south. Let's take Jim's shot in Bob Mills Sky News 9 HD. And Jim, you're in Payne County looking off to the north at the updraft there, and that thing is really, really ramping up. Give us an update on that. No tornado, doesn't look like it. Look at that shot when you come back to the left. There you go. There you go. Wow. All right, Jim, go ahead. Give us an update on that storm.
Well, we just got on scene, David, and right now we're over 412 just to the east of what you're looking at right there. That's pretty ragged, David, but it's still got a lot of activity in it. It's just really ragged. It's not really formed up anything yet. It is pretty low to the ground, but again, it's just pretty ragged. Nothing significant right now, David. But we'll keep a watch on it and let you know. Jim Gardner live from Bob Mills Sky News 9. Back to you.
All right, great job there, Jim Gardner near Glencoe, and no tornado on the ground. You can clearly see underneath this. He's looking at it. We have Hank on the ground looking at the same thing, except Hank's underneath it. Alan Brosey's underneath it. We're slicing and dicing this thing, and no tornado on the ground. But this thing has produced multiple tornadoes in the last hour and a half or so. And Hank Brown was right there looking right at it. Okay, let's go to back to Storm Shield. Take a look at this and see where we are. It is in far southeastern. Oh, now it's moved out of, now it's in far southwestern Pawnee County. Coming into Pawnee, here comes the hail core. And circulation here in southwestern Pawnee County. There's Jim Gardner. There's Darren. Alan and Hank are hanging back. And this thing is really tilted over because look at where the rain is. See how far the rain is away? And Hank and these guys are back here looking right up the updraft. So the updraft is tilted. And then the core and the hail is all out ahead of it. So it's tilted like this. And the updraft lowering is back here. And up here is where all the hail and the rain are, all right? This thing is really, really tilted.
With radar, we're hitting that at about 5,800 feet right now.
Yeah, so we're pretty high up, too. So the updraft is right back in here, the part that we're concerned about. This is still producing damaging wind, damaging hail, but what we're concerned about is right back in there. So it's produced, again, multiple tornadoes. All right, anybody have anything? Everybody talking? Control room, if we have any of that tornado video from earlier today, if we have any of that, we can jump to that real quick and show what that looked like earlier. If we can go ahead and play some of that when it was down south, when Tom had that tornado video. And there's the Wynnewood tornado when it was roping out from Jim Gardner. And if we can go ahead and find the video before this, when Tom and Rob are on it, we can take a look at that. That's what it looked like from Wynnewood earlier at about 426. That's when it was roping out. But before this, it was a violent tornado. This is near Elmore City. When it first started. This is when it first started. And remember, this tornado, we lost a person today due to this tornado. All right, one fatality so far, and this is when it was at its beginning, when its early phases, and it really, really ramped up after that. So Kelly and Amanda, just a horrible day. Any day, it's a bad day. When you have tornadoes and you have people that get hurt, or you lose an Oklahoman, it really hits home. It's just tough. And that was several hours ago, but a crazy day for sure, guys.
Absolutely, right around 4 o'clock, as you saw there on that video, and we did have multiple homes damaged down there. We saw those from Sky News 9, but also that fatality.
Right. We heard from the Garvin County Emergency Manager just recently. Our crew's down there on the scene. He does confirm there has been one fatality. He tells us an elderly man was killed, found inside his home. Right now, they're going through Garvin County. This is the area we're talking about where this tornado went through. And they're doing search and rescue, although right now, the emergency manager believes everyone is accounted for.
Yeah, David, you were talking about the area near Wapanucka, which is, we're talking about a small town called Bromide, Oklahoma, which is west of Atoka, right, in southeast Oklahoma. And we're getting reports that there is damage down there, and they're also investigating reports that there might have been some people hurt or even killed down there. So we have crews headed that way. Bromide, Oklahoma, which is west of Atoka.
Yeah, here's the deal, guys. We're going to get Tom and Rob are there, and we're going to get them on that scene, okay? So they're down there for us. We'll get them down on that. But look at that damage. It's a mobile home. That shot there near Wynnewood. That's when that tornado was really beginning to ramp up just a bit. And you can see the foundation of the mobile home. There's another one next to it, a little bit of a mobile home community. And that's what a tornado will do to a mobile home. It'll just completely flatten it with no rooms left. There's not a room left that you could have got in and hid inside that room that you could have died or have been severely injured. That's why we say you got to get out of a mobile home. And it's because, you know, they're built a little bit differently, and they just give you all kinds of problems. But Tom and Rob are down here, and Bobby Payne's down here as well. He's a little farther south and east. He is still chasing that monster storm down there. But to Tom and Rob looking at damage, we'll get them on damage, and we'll see what's going on with that. Okay, let's come back north. Let's come back north and talk about the storms up here. Nothing